Live on a Saturday night at Utah Grizzlies Hockey, as it's the second of a three-game weekend series between the Grizzlies and the Fort Wayne Komets. Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Whiting. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. It's going to be an interesting one tonight as the Grizz still look for their first road win of the season. They are at Memorial Coliseum as they take on the Fort Wayne Komets for the second of a three-game set. On Wednesday night, in the road trip opener in Cincinnati, the Grizzlies lost 5-2. Cole Gallant had 1 goal and 1 assist. Brett Steepley had 2 assists, and Kyle Mayhew scored a third-period goal. Last night in Fort Wayne, it was the Komets getting a 5-2 victory. Utah got goals from Tyler Penner and Mick Messner, but the Komets outshot the Grizzlies 45-28, and they got big performances from Alexis Dahu and Xavier Cormier, who each had 2 goals and 2 assists, and Matt Wedman had 1 goal and 2 assists. We got a different goaltending matchup tonight. Last night it was Will Cranley making his Grizzlies debut. He stopped 40 of 45. Tonight it's going to be Dante Januzzi getting the start for Utah. It'll be his 9th start of the season. For Fort Wayne, they're going with Brett Brochu. Brochu, 21 years old, rookie, who played in the OHL with the London Knights. We'll talk about Brochu a little bit later on in the program. Well, we'll see if the Grizzlies can find a way to get a road victory. They picked up a new player. They signed a forward earlier today. He'll make his Grizzlies debut tonight, and we'll tell you who it is when we come back on the other side as we're in business on a Saturday night, and you're listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face-off over at Memorial Coliseum. In a little bit more than 10 minutes from now, I'm hanging out at the Mavericks Center and in the Grizz Cave right next to the Grizzlies team store. Here at Mavericks Center is G League basketball. The Salt Lake City Stars are in action. If you're in the West Valley area, come on down and watch some basketball, as Grizzlies will be back at Mavericks Center next Saturday for the final game before the Christmas break as they take on the Idaho Steelheads. Grizzlies signed a forward today. 30-year-old J.C. Campagna will be making his Grizzlies debut. He has certainly made the rounds along the league. This will be his 10th different ECHL team. There will be a quiz on this during the second intermission. He has played previously in this league with Adirondack, Orlando, Wheeling, Allen. He's actually had 2 different stints with Allen. Fort Wayne, he had his best professional season in Fort Wayne. We'll see if he'll get revenge against his former team. He also played with Norfolk as well as Florida, Wichita, and last year played in 7 games with the Tulsa Oilers. We mentioned his best year was with the Fort Wayne Komets. In the 2018-2019 season, he had 35 goals and 14 assists in 61 games. So he was lights out, and he scored a lot of goals in that building the Grizzlies are going to be playing in. Apparently, he lives in the Fort Wayne area or around there. He's a native of Dallas, Texas. With Fort Wayne, he not only was a good regular season performer, but in 6 playoff games that year, he had 1 goal and 3 assists. So watch out for J.C. Campagna. He'll be wearing number 26. And he's got pretty good size at 6'4" and 205 pounds. Last year, we mentioned the 7 games he played with Tulsa. He also spent some time in Slovakia as well as Germany. So Campagna will be on the line with Brandon Cutler and Mick Messner tonight. It'll be interesting to see that 3-man unit go to work. And Campagna, who will actually be making his 200th ECHL appearance this evening, and it'll be his 201st North American pro game. He played in 1 AHL game with the Chicago Wolves that same year he played with Fort Wayne in the 2018-2019 campaign. There will be a quiz on all that during the second intermission. So Campagna will be making his Grizzlies debut. Last night, it was Quinn Wickers and Will Cranley, each making their Grizzlies debuts. Cranley stopped 40 of 45. Quinn Wickers got a third period assist on the goal that Mick Messner scored on a one-timer from the right circle. Wickers is making his 5th appearance overall this year. He played in 3 games with Wheeling. Earlier this week, he was acquired by the Grizzlies in a trade with the Wheeling Nailers, and in return, Wheeling got Jordan Martell, who scored a power play goal in the third period. It's the Grizzlies and the Komets. It'll be an interesting one tonight. For the Grizzlies, the big key is getting off to a fast start. The Grizzlies have done a good job getting off to quick starts at home, but they have struggled on the road getting off to a lead, as they have not had a lead on the road either after the first period or second period in any of the road games. So it's going to be critical for the Grizzlies to get off to a fast start and play with the lead as opposed to playing from behind. Grizzlies are without a couple talented defensemen, as Keone Teixeira is missing his 3rd straight game. And yesterday, Josh Wesley was recalled to the AHL's Colorado Eagles. Wesley was not in a Grizzlies uniform last night, and he won't be in there once again this evening. Top defensive pairing will be Kyle Mayhew and Quinn Wickers. And speaking of Mayhew, well, he's been outstanding for Utah. He's now a +6 this season, which leads the Grizzlies, and his 6 goals this year are tied for the most among all league defensemen. So Kyle Mayhew's certainly been outstanding, and the Grizzlies need him to come up with a big effort tonight. Some other Grizzlies that have been hot we'll get to a little bit later on, and hopefully we'll have the starting lineups when we come back. Once again, it's the Grizzlies and the Komets from Memorial Coliseum, second of a 3-game set, and face-off will begin shortly on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West, or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I have the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Utah Grizzlies, who are led by third-year head coach Ryan Kanasowicz. They've got a record of 8-13 this year. They're 0-8 away from the friendly confines at Maverik Center. So the law of averages is on the Grizzlies side tonight, believe me. And that's going to be Dante Januzzi. He'll be making his 9th start this year. He's got a record of 2-6 with a 3.18 goals against average and .901 save percentage. Januzzi, first-year pro, played the last 5 years with the WHL's Portland Winterhawks. Starting defensive pairing, Brian Yoon will be in there as he's wearing number 4. He's one starting defenseman. He has 2 goals and 8 assists and a +5 rating in 21 games. He'll be paired up with Jacob Semick, the Arizona State product. Semick has 1 goal this season. He'll be wearing number 17. Semick is 6 feet and 188 pounds. The other forward defensemen we're expected to see tonight include Kyle Mayhew, who we mentioned has 6 goals this season, which are tied for the most among league defensemen. And he also leads the Grizzlies with a +6 rating. He'll be paired up with Quinn Wickers, who's wearing number 12. Wickers in his 2nd game with the Grizzlies. He's got good size at 6'4" and 216 pounds. He played his college hockey at Mercyhurst. He was actually a teammate with current Grizzlies goaltender Garrett Metcalf for 2 seasons at Mercyhurst. We also see the Vermont product, Corey Thomas, in their 2nd-year pro, and he'll be paired up with Jordan Stone. Stone in his 3rd season with the Grizzlies. He is 6'2" and 209 pounds. Starting forwards for the Grizz, the Iron Man, Tyler Penner's in there once again. He scored a 2nd-period goal. He was actually the Optum first goal of the game scorer. Everybody make your pick as to who's going to score first for Utah tonight. The Optum first goal of the game. It was Penner last night. He's got 2 goals this season. He is one of 7 Grizzlies players to have appeared in every game this season. Dakota Raby's in the starting lineup. The Michigan man has 1 goal and 6 assists this year. And Cody Cron is making his 4th appearance in a Grizzlies uniform. Cron will have an A on his sweater. Other forwards we're expected to see tonight include that big-time 3-man unit of Nathan Burke, Brett Stapley, and Cole Gallant. You'll see Brandon Cutler in there. Cutler threw a nice pass to Mick Messner as Messner scored his 8th goal of the season. Messner actually has 5 goals in his last 5 games. He'll be in there wearing number 10. And we mentioned J.C. Campagna making his Grizzlies debut wearing number 26. We will also see Aaron Aragon in the Grizzlies lineup. Aragon wearing number 15. And we will also see Patrick Marcinkiewicz in there. Dean Yakura is out of the lineup for the first time this season. And it was, as we mentioned, 7 players have appeared in every game this season, including tonight with the Yakura missing. And obviously last night, Josh Wesley missing for the first time this season. The 7 players, and there'll be a quiz on this during the first intermission. The second intermission will be all the teams that JC Campagna's played for. First intermission, we'll give you the quiz on the 7 players who have appeared in every game. 2 defensemen, Brian Hume and Kyle Mayhew, have appeared in every game. That entire forward line with Nathan Burke, Cole Gallant, they've played in every game. Brett Stapley did start the season in the AHL, so he hasn't played in every game. Brandon Cutler has appeared in every game. Of course, the Grizzlies Iron Man. Tyler Penner has been in there for all 22, and Mick Messner has appeared in all 22 games. So once again, it's Cutler, Messner, Burke, as well as Gallant and Penner. That's the 5 forwards who have appeared in every game for the Grizzlies this season. And now for the lineup for the Fort Wayne Komets, who are led by first-year head coach Jesse Kalechi. They've got a record of 10-8-1-2. They're an even 500 club at home, as they are 5-5-1-1 at Memorial Coliseum this season. Starting in net's going to be Brett Brochu. It'll be his 7th appearance as a professional. He's got a record of 3-2-1 with a 2.19 goals against average and .936 save percentage. So he's off to a pretty good start this season statistically. Brochu played with the London Knights of the Ontario Hockey League, and it looked like he was a winner at that level as well, as he ended up with a record of 89-34-4 in the OHL, spending the last 3 years with the London Knights. He played in 1 AHL game with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins in the 2020-21 season. At that point, he was just, I think, 19 years old, and looked like he stopped 31 of 36 in a game. So you're talking about a guy that's got a lot of talent, and he's very young, only 21 years old. He is 6 feet and 176 pounds. The backup goaltender for Fort Wayne's going to be Francois Brassard, as last night's starter, Tyler Parks, was put on reserve earlier today. Starting defensive pairing, Jake Jackson has 1 goal and 7 assists in 20 games. He'll be wearing number 3. He is 1 starting defenseman. He'll be paired up with Martin Hash. Hash wearing number 71. He is a big guy at 6'4" and 210 pounds. He has 2 assists and a +3 rating in 16 games. So it's going to be Johnson and Hash. They're the starting defensive pairing for Fort Wayne. Starting forwards, Jack Gorniak has 1 goal and 1 assist in 20 games. Gorniak, 5'11" and 176 pounds. Sean Sidlowski is the longest tenured Fort Wayne Komets. Sidlowski, 2 goals and 6 assists in 17 games this year. He had 6 shots on goal last night. And Morgan Adams Moison, he'll be wearing number 32. Moison has 8 goals and 4 assists and a +3 rating in 21 games. So starting forwards again are Gorniak, Sidlowski, and Adams Moison. But the 3 forwards that were really instrumental to their victory last night, they're all in there again this evening. And that includes Alexei Dahu. That's according to the pronunciation guy, Dahu, who had 2 goals and 2 assists last night. He's got 9 goals, 9 assists in 19 games. Xavier Cormier turned out to be the number 1 star. He had got the game winner as he scored Fort Wayne's 2nd and 3rd goals in last night's contest. He's got 2 goals and 10 assists in 15 games. Cormier is going to be wearing number 90. And Matt Wedman wearing number 67. Wedman has 10 goals and 8 assists in 21 games this season. It's the Grizzlies and the Komets. We're not entirely sure when face-off's going to be, as we're looking at a couple good-looking graphics on Flow Sports, a Grizzlies logo as well as a Fort Wayne Komets logo. It appears to be whiteout night over in Fort Wayne. They're wearing special jerseys for the occasion. Hopefully we'll be able to spot the numbers on the Fort Wayne players. And we do want to beg for a little bit of patience as we are watching on Flow Sports. We are not at the game. And unfortunately, some of the key details that I need to describe to the listening audience won't necessarily be there. So either way, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. We'll see if the Grizzlies can get a road victory over in Fort Wayne here on December 16th. When we come back, we'll have face-off over at Memorial Coliseum. It's the Grizzlies and the Komets coming up next on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
We keep this love in a photograph. We make these memories for ourselves. Where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Expectations here will always remain high, and we'll continue to find a way.
Guys put together a lot of good games, you know.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line tonight as the Grizzlies take on the Fort Wayne Komets in the second of a three-game series. And for the Grizzlies, it's game 3 of 5 straight on the road. Fort Wayne wearing some white-out special jerseys. I don't know if they're specialty jerseys or if they're an alternate. It's a sweet look. They got white pants, white socks, orange stripes horizontally on these socks. They've got a couple horizontal stripes on the elbows, and luckily the numbers are pretty easy to spot. Orange numbers on a white jersey. The two captains, Morgan Adams-Moison and Tyler Penner, will take the ceremonial puck drop over in Fort Wayne. For Penner, he was probably Utah's best forward last night. He had a goal and had 5 shots. Penner is the Grizzlies Iron Man. He's appeared in every game since he started the 2021-22 season. He will be making his 166th consecutive regular season appearance for the Grizzlies. Utah's wearing a black jersey with white numbers and professional green trim. Starters once again are Penner, Raby, and Karan. The starting defensive pairing is Yoon and Semick. We'll watch out for J.C. Campagna. He's making his Grizzlies debut. He was signed earlier today. He'll be wearing number 26, his best season as a pro. Came as a member of the Fort Wayne Komets, where he scored 35 goals in the 2018-2019 season. It'll be interesting to see Brett Brochu in net for Fort Wayne. He's been outstanding so far this year with a .936 save percentage. He was a big-time winner over in the OHL with the London Knights the last 3 years. Jacob Rakuki's the referee. Puck is dropped at center ice, and it goes towards the near wing boards at center ice. It's gathered by Karan, who does a half circle neutral ice around the center ice logo. He'll chip it in. Grizz skate from right to left. He chipped it on the Brochu, who makes the save and holds on as we get our first whistle 11 seconds into the game. Grizz skate from right to left, Fort Wayne from left to right. And everybody make your pick for the Optum first goal of the game as to who's going to score first for Utah tonight. Last night it was Tyler Penner late in the second period. He'll take the draw against Jack Gorniak. Draw won by the Grizzlies. They skate around Fort Wayne's net towards the near side. They chip it to the left point. Semick with a shot. And it goes wide and deflects out of play as we get our second whistle of the game, 21 seconds in. As it is a whiteout jersey for Fort Wayne, a sweet-looking jersey. In fact, I've already seen quite a few Fort Wayne fans wearing those jerseys that they are wearing tonight. I think they're also going to wear them tomorrow as well. As we've already had a couple whistles here early on, we're just getting underway, so pull up a chair and enjoy a little bit of Saturday with us as the Komets win the face-off, as Johnson taps off the far wing boards, as Semick will backhand it to center ice, as Yoon pokes it back towards Dante Januzzi, who gets the start in net. He gets it to Yoon. Yoon behind his net, as Grizz throw it to the far side. Now they chip it to the near side as Cody Cron gains center ice and throws it towards Semick. It's poked away by Fort Wayne as they feed it to center ice. Komets enter from the right side as Mayhew pokes it away. Mayhew skates around Utah's net towards the far side, glides to the left point. Komets with a shot that's blocked by Cron, who backhands it to center ice. Grizz skate down the middle. Brett Stapley, his first shift of the game. Right side shot is blocked by Xavier Bernard. Bernard, a big defenseman. As Stapley drops off in the far point, Grizzlies fire towards the net. It goes wide. I think that was Cole Gallant. As Grizz, Quinn Wickers over there, as Burke rolls it along the wall. Gallant gets it poked away as Fort Wayne feeds a backhand pass towards the Grizzlies zone, chasing after it's Mayhew, and Fort Wayne gets called for icing as they show Alexa Dahu, who was absolutely unbelievable last night, scoring 2 goals and 2 assists. So watch out for him. He'll be wearing number 37. So pull up a chair and get a little bit of chips and dip and some and maybe a beverage or two of your choice. Enjoy a little bit of Saturday with us. We know there's a lot of sports and entertainment options out there. We appreciate you choosing the Grizzlies tonight. Utah wins the draw. Wickers wearing number 12. Fires a lefty shot. Saved by Brochu. Rebound goes out to Fort Wayne as they lift it out to center ice. Bouncing puck behind Mayhew. And getting it is Quinn Wickers. Wickers around Utah's net. Seen a lot of forwards wearing number 12. He's probably the first defenseman I've seen wear that number. As Utah's bench is on the near side, they get hit at center ice. Fort Wayne dumps it back in. As Grizz in the corner. As it's a one-on-one battle, it's taken by Jack Dugan. He loses it. Grizzlies come back up with it. As Utah lifts it high into the air, it bounces in the Fort Wayne zone. I think that was J.C. Campagna. Yes, number 26 making his first shift in a Grizzlies uniform. Campagna, 6'4", 209 pounds, as Cutler dumps it in. As Fort Wayne skates around their net towards the far side as they spread the ice in the whiteout jerseys. Connor Corcoran, number 7, who played with Savannah last year, throws to center ice. Grizzlies will lift it back in as it ricochets off the backboard. Brochu behind his net will tap it to the near side. Now an outlet pass to center ice. Grizzlies poke it back in. Aaron Aragon chases after it near corner. He collides with Corcoran as we get a whistle. Let's see, it was either play with a high stick or it's a high sticking penalty. As touching it up is Jack Dugan as we get a whistle, 2:29 into the contest. Hey, if you're in section 211, row 3, seat 13 over at Memorial Coliseum, congratulations. You win a prize. As draw's going to be in the Komets zone near side, as Penner will take the draw out there with Raby and Karan. Penner and Karan each with A's on the front of their sweaters near the left shoulder. As draw won by Fort Wayne as they're back behind their net, skating from left to right here in the first period. Komets, a 500 team at home, chips to the right side as it bounced off their stick. They couldn't handle it. Grizz moving ahead towards center ice. And now the puck back in the Grizzlies zone. Utah in control. Thomas slides it across to Stone, who moves out to center ice. Did Penner get a piece of it? Let's see. Action deep in the Komet zone as we play on. Utah towards the near side. Penner gets it poked away. Now Raby has it. He skates along the near goal line as he collides along the end boards. Penner drifts it out to the left point. Semick slides it across. Yoon, righty shot, saved by Brochu. And boy, it looked like he just about did the splits as he held on. Good job by Cody Karan and Tyler Penner creating net front traffic. But Brochu makes the save as we stop play with 16:55 left in the first. Grizz have outshot the Komets 2-1 here early on. Interesting goaltending matchup. Dante Januzzi taking on Brett Brochu. Both guys first-year pros. As there are some fans didn't even know they were on the video screen at center ice over at Memorial Coliseum, and then they eventually saw it themselves 10 seconds later. Off the draw, right wing, lefty shot saved by Brochu. He holds on as a defenseman took that shot. I think it was Quinn Wickers. So Grizz up to 3 shots, 16:53 left in the first. Actually, it might have been Semick taking that shot from the right side as Stapley gets kicked out of the faceoff circle. Cole Gallant, who has 9 points in his last 6 games, he'll do the honors, but the draw is won by Fort Wayne as Xavier Bernard skates behind his net and drops it off. Komets still in their own zone. Throw it out to center ice on the right. They could certainly use some more sponsors on the on the ice. There's certainly a lot of room there as Fort Wayne behind their net chips to the right point, but it exits the zone. Komets backhand it to the left side, and they'll fire it in as it rolls along towards the near boards. As Fort Wayne, near corner, gets held up by, I think, Brian Yoon. Stapley over there. Stapley gets the puck. Second-year pro. Stapley played with Trois Rivières last season, gets the center ice and lofts it in. As behind Fort Wayne's net, Komets will chip it off the far wing boards. Their bench is on the far side. As we see it on Flow Sports, Grizzlies bench is on the near side. Grizz, Burke, it was a hand pass that Burke accepted. And so the whistle blows. 16:08 left in the first. As the Grizzlies, it looked like they had taken 3 shots at least, but the score bug still has them down for 2. As picking up here early in this game. Fort Wayne's one of the bigger teams that the Grizzlies will play all year. They've got a lot of players, 6'2" and taller, as well as a lot of guys who are over 200 pounds. They show Xavier Bernard hitting Brian Yoon over and over and over again. Draws on the right side of the Grizzlies zone as Utah wins the faceoff as they carry it out to the left side. Mayhew crosses center ice. He fires it towards Brochu. It goes wide. Cutler in the far corner over there with Messner. Puck lifts and goes to Fort Wayne. As the Komets, right wing, chip it across. It ricochets off the boards, glides towards Januzzi, who has to cover up as the puck was sailing towards the crease. As chasing after it was Matt Wedman, who was certainly an instrumental part of Fort Wayne's win last night. He had 1 goal and 2 assists and a +3 rating. A lot of whistles here early on, 4 minutes in. Both teams, according to the score bug, have taken 2 shots. For both clubs, it's their 23rd game this season. Drop in the Grizzlies zone is won by Utah. They skate from right to left as we see it on Flow Sports. Your mind's eye see it on YouTube. Fort Wayne left wing righty shot saved by Januzzi. He holds on as, boy, a really good look there. I think Wedman fired the pass towards the left side, and a one-timer is fired. But Januzzi was able to make the save. He has stopped the first 3 he has seen as he holds on. 15:42 left in the first as we get yet another whistle here in the second of a 3-game set. Tomorrow afternoon, these teams will meet at 3 o'clock. Draws in the far circle. Carl Berglund will take it for Fort Wayne. And for the Grizzlies, I think it's Tyler Penner. Fort Wayne wins the draw. They throw it to the right side. Righty shot saved by Januzzi. Januzzi got some error as he jumped about 6 inches to collect the puck. As now we get another whistle, 15:37 left in the first. I think both teams can sense the importance of getting the first goal tonight. Certainly for the Grizzlies, they are 6-2 when scoring first this year. They're just 2-11 when the opposition scores first. And oddly enough, on the road, the Grizzlies have only scored first twice in the 8 games. As Utah wins the draw, they fire it in. Now Fort Wayne gets it back towards center ice. Bouncing puck deep in the Grizzlies zone. Wickers chases after it. No icing. As Fort Wayne feeds it out in front, it's poked away. As now it's the center ice. Bouncing puck left wing. Raby tries to handle it. Fort Wayne pokes it away from him. As the puck glides towards the far wing boards, Carl Berglund enters. He gets hit by Karan. As Wickers drifts it around the boards. Right side. Dugan throws it back up top. Righty shot is blocked away. And looks like the puck deflects out of play. 5 minutes in, as there's still no score. And yet another whistle, as both teams are just kind of, the play's been a little bit choppy here so far. And I think if you're the Grizzlies, you're just going to have to find a way to do those little things defensively to make, especially early in the game. That's certainly been something that's been talked about with Ryan Kanasowicz and Christian Horn, is getting off to fast starts. Looks like a really big Saturday night crowd over in Fort Wayne as the draw goes between the Komets defensemen all the way deep in their own zone. Turnover. Grizzlies right side as Aragon behind the net chips it to Marcinkiewicz. Wearing number 8, Marcinkiewicz feeds up top to Thomas. Left point. Thomas fires a shot, and it's blocked by Aragon as it bounced off him and ricochets off the backboard. Marcinkiewicz feeds up top to Stone. He'll slide it to the far corner for Marcinkiewicz, who gets it. Marcinkiewicz skates back towards the right point. Now he feeds it down the middle. Aragon lefty shot goes wide as Fort Wayne gets it. As they're on their own end, they chip it towards the point. Grizzlies keep it in. As now it goes to the left side. Aragon shot saved by Brochu. Rebound goes to the Komets. They skate behind their net towards the far side. Fort Wayne will move it out to the left wing. They cross center ice and backhand it in as it bounced off a Grizzly. Stone to Thomas, who moves it to the left side. And somebody away from the screen has it. Now they get pushed in the back. Grizzlies enter. As Stapley skates towards the corner, he gets pushed along the wall. As Fort Wayne pokes it back towards the point. Grizzlies, Nathan Burke gets pushed as the puck goes out to center ice. Fort Wayne trying to locate it as Wedman overskates it. Burke enters the zone left wing as he feeds it towards the circle. As the Grizzlies over in the near corner, Gallant centering pass bounces off of Stapley's stick. Stapley wraparound shot goes wide. He might have been trying to look for Gallant out in front. Fort Wayne enters. They don't have numbers. They chip it to the left side. Now centering pass shot goes wide as the Komets back behind Januzzi's net. He's now to the right side. Centering pass goes wide, taken away by the Grizz. 6.5 minutes in, still no score. Both teams have taken 3 shots. Grizzlies lift it high into the air. It bounces in the left corner as Semick chases after it. Fort Wayne slides it to the far side. Komets skate from left to right here in the period as they get to neutral ice. Fort Wayne doesn't have numbers. They get towards center ice and they chip it in. Mayhew chases after it far corner as he skates down the middle. Mayhew throws a right wing pass. Grizzlies get to neutralize. Utah moves it ahead. Grizz enter the zone. Over to Campagna. Campagna to Cutler. Cutler left side. Fakes it to Campagna. Throws it to Semick. Now Campagna, the big guy, has it. 6'4", 209. Grizzlies debut. 200th ECHL game. Cutler near corner. Around to Campagna. Right side. He chips a shot. Saved by Brochu. Rebound back to the near side. Cutler over to Messner. Now to Campagna, far corner. Campagna wearing number 26. He collides with Connor Corcoran, but keeps his feet. Campagna very strong. Puck goes to the right point and exits the zone. Grizzlies reset. Mayhew across to Semick, who fires it in as it ricochets off the backboard. Fort Wayne gets it. Grizzlies at the end of their shift. Good 3-man unit there with Cutler, Messner, and Campagna keeping the puck in the offensive zone for a while as Fort Wayne now starts the attack. Near wing pass. Now Fort Wayne moves it ahead. Berglund enters the zone. He skates towards his left. He tries to find a cutter out in front. Pass goes wide. Ricochets off the boards. Grizz move it ahead. Bouncing puck to the right side. Grizz enter the zone. They skate down the middle. Righty shot is blocked as that shot was taken by Karan. Karan in his 4th game with the Grizzlies. Utah moves it to the point. Fort Wayne picks it off. Komets get to center ice. Moisan will bounce it off a teammate and taking his Berglund. He fires left wing pass as the Komets enter. They skate around Jordan Stone, now around Utah's net. Komets chip it to the right side. Righty shot is blocked out in front. Thomas in the area. Puck to the left point. Komets will fire it off the backboard. Berglund gets back checked by Penner. Puck glides towards the middle in front. Raby gets it. He carries it out to center ice. Fort Wayne loses their stick. Raby throws it to his left. Karan fires it off the backboards. Raby delivers a hit. Komets go down. We've been skating 5-on-5 this entire time. Fort Wayne backhands it out as Komets get it taken away by Marcinkiewicz, who re-enters, but he is offside as the whistle blows with 11:15 left in the first. Utah has taken 4 shots. Fort Wayne has 3. Still no score. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
At Smith's, shop Kroger brand products for all of your favorite things this holiday season. Because our proven quality products come at exceptionally low prices. And with a money-back quality guarantee, every dish is sure to be a favorite.
These are a few of my favorite things. La, 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 la.
Whether you shop delivery, pickup, or in-store, Kroger brand has all your favorite things. Smith's, fresh for...
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
No score over at Memorial Coliseum. Utah's outshot Fort Wayne 4-3. Brett Stapley, Quinn Wickers, Aaron Aragon, and Brian Yoon have Utah's 4 shots, 1 shot each for Nola Gansky, Dahu, and Xavier Cormier. As both goaltenders have looked good early on. Grizz win the neutral zone draw after being offside before the stoppage of play. As Utah enters, as Cutler wraps it around the boards, make that Karan. Marcinkiewicz over there as Cutler, as Aragon behind the net, chips towards the near side, but he loses his balance. Fort Wayne will throw an outlet pass towards the left side. Bouncing puck is stopped by Yoon. Cutler skates over there, but he overskates it. Fort Wayne left wing pass, bouncing puck. Berglund, centering pass, shot. Saved by Januzzi. Berglund gets it. He skates around Utah's net. He feeds it towards the left point. Komets will fire it off the boards. Dugan has to go between his legs. Grizzlies throw it to the left side. Now they move it out of the zone. Grizz cross center, and Aragon chips it in. Fort Wayne chasing after it as the Grizz make a line change 9.5 minutes in. Burke on the ice as Fort Wayne spreads the ice. Now they carry it to neutral ice. They throw a blue line to blue line pass. It doesn't connect. Utah chases after it. Mayhew skates around Utah's net. No icing as it was deflected on the way. Mayhew throws to the left side. Turnover as Fort Wayne skates to the far goal line. Now around the net, Wickers is shadowing the Komets. They throw it between the legs. Wickers picks it off. He'll throw it to Mayhew. Make that Stapley. Stapley gains the line, but the Grizzlies are offside. 10:03 left in the first. This draw is going to come back to neutral ice. Alexa Dahu getting a lot of TV time here tonight on Flow Sports, as he was just outstanding last night. As Stapley will take the draw. He's got Burke to his left and Gallant to his right. Up top is Mayhew and Wickers. Though that defensive pairing's played a lot of minutes here in the first 10 of the game. As Fort Wayne skates around their net after winning the faceoff. Komets had a big faceoff edge last night. As they lose it at center ice, Mayhew fires it back in. Brochu will ricochet it off the far boards. Now right circle, lefty shot, and it goes wide as the puck glides along the near boards. Dahu gets it. He skates to the right circle. Dahu stops. He's being shadowed by Mayhew. Dahu drops it off down near corner. They lose it. Grizz moving out to Messner. He gains center ice. He throws to the right side. Grizz skate in. Shot. And is saved away by Brochu. It looked like that was Campagna that took that shot. As Fort Wayne moves out to center ice, it glanced off the stick, goes back to the Komets. Might have been Cutler that took that shot. We didn't get a good look at it. As the Komets fire it to the near corner, Messner delivers a hit. Komets still with the puck. They've got a white helmet. Pretty much their jersey is just white with a little bit of orange mixed in. They lose it. Campagna feeds it across. It glanced off the stick of Cutler. Now it goes to center ice. Puck bounces off of Messner. It goes into the Grizzlies zone, but it's taken back by Fort Wayne. Actually, it was a Komets zone as Fort Wayne moves out to center ice, and Thomas chases after it. Stone, he blows a tire behind Utah's net. As Stone now limping. Now centering pass righty shot. Saved by Januzzi. Stone back to his feet. Right side, Fort Wayne fires a lefty shot that goes wide off the board. Stone gets it. He'll tap it off the wall. Takes a strange bounce towards the slot. And now the Komets centering pass shot goes wide as Fort Wayne now gets it back. They feed it to the left point. As the puck goes airborne, it bounces to the left point. Komets keep it in. Komets left wing, righty shot is blocked away. And now it goes to the right side. Komets, righty shot, saved by Januzzi in the butterfly position. Puck flies in the air, far side. We get a whistle. 8:20 left in the first, as looks like Mick Messner and Jake Chisholm have some words. Now Jordan Stone having some words. Chisholm wants a piece of Messner, as Messner just laughs, wearing the black jersey, and looks like Messner sporting a beard. We get a penalty. Who's it going to be on? Somebody's going to the box. Well, I guess if I were there, I'd be able to spot it. Fan in a Braves throwback jersey, waving to the camera. Who's the penalty on? It looked like it was on, I think, the Grizzlies. I think that's where their penalty box was yesterday. 8 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first. Both teams have taken 5 shots, as Fort Wayne's done a good job getting that centering pass through, but the Grizz here in the first period have done a good job denying it and letting Fort Wayne take some shots from the perimeter. So there's 8:20 left in the first. We believe there's a penalty. We're not sure who it is. And now the camera operator is walking away. Now there might be a timeout. We'll come back in 30 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. It's a penalty on Utah. Jordan Stone is in the box. Now we'll keep it here with 8:20 left in the first as Fort Wayne goes on the power play. They're an even 20% on the man advantage this year. Grizzlies penalty kill is 75%. Utah's penalty kill was 4 for 5 last night as Stone held up the stick of Dahu, and that's what the penalty was for. As it looked like Dahu was trying to get it. I mean, his stick was broke. It was actually Sidlowski, 27. His stick was being held by Stone. So the draw's going to be in the far circle. Matt Wedman will take it against Cole Gallant. Gallant, 9 points in his last 6 games. Draw won by the Grizz. Jacob Semick slides it towards the near side. Grizz couldn't clear it out as Dugan feeds up top. And now it goes back to Dugan wearing number 8. He chips it up top. Righty shot is blocked away. Looked like Corcoran took the shot, but it deflects out of play. Watch out for Jack Dugan. He's already got 16 assists this season. It looks like Connor Corcoran is the guy to watch out for up top on the power play. Corcoran has 3 goals in 16 games. 8:07 left in the first. Komets up to 6 shots. Grizzlies have taken 5. Draws in the near circle as Wedman will take it against Mick Messner. Messner, the Wisconsin product, who also played his college hockey at Merrimack. As the draw goes towards the near side, Grizzlies trying to clear it out. Dugan somehow kept it in. Grizzlies down the middle, clear it all the way out as Dugan was looking for a centering pass. Fort Wayne skates from left to right here in the first period. Still no score. 7:50 and counting left in the first. Fort Wayne on their first power play of the game. Right wing pass to Dugan, who dumps it in. Puck glides along the far side. Now behind Utah's net. 2-on-3 scrum. Fort Wayne with 3. Cutler comes out of the pile with the puck as he starts carrying it out towards neutral ice and lifts it. Bounces off a Comet glove at center ice. Now the Comets back it out. Corcoran skates down the middle. Now he crosses center ice. Now he gains the line, chips it off the far boards. Penner gets it. He moves it out. As Brochu behind his net plays it, wearing number 36. Brochu will feed it to the far side late in their power play, as I imagine Fort Wayne is filtering people on and off, and the Grizzlies do the same. As we're about 13 minutes in, still no score. Comets dropping off. Now they cross center ice, right wing. Comets gained the line. Moisan will chase after it in the near corner. He gets pushed by Mayhew. 2-on-2 battle in the corner. Now 3-on-3 battles. A couple other players join the play. Grizz come out of the pile with the puck as they carry it to neutral ice. 2-on-2. Karan over to Burke, who will bounce it off a Comet as he was trying to dump it in. Burke gets it back, and he slices it in. Bouncing puck goes beyond the back wall as Fort Wayne now starts the attack again late in their power play. Right wing pass, now they drop it off. Comets cross center. Now they gain the line as they throw it to the right point. Pass connects to himself, and it's Moisan off the boards. As he gets up top, as now they get it back to Moisan. He skates towards the right circle. Now feeds it to the right. Righty shot saved by Januzzi as Grizz trying to clear it out. Stones out of the box. Successful penalty kill by the Grizzlies. And now we get a whistle as Fort Wayne lost their stick, and that was Linden. Boy, that might be another penalty on the Grizzlies as Linden was over in the left point. He lost his stick, and yeah, it's going to be another penalty on the Grizz. Just as they finished a penalty kill, Aaron Aragon will go to the box as Linden, the Penn State product, lost his stick. And so it looks like the Grizzlies are going to kill another penalty. 6:16 left in the first. They see it looks like they're going to try to show us the penalty. Linden, as Aragon slashed the stick out of his hand. Yeah, I guess it was a good call by Jacob Rakuki. Just kind of a tough break for the Grizzlies, who just got done killing off a penalty. They're going to have to kill another one. Utah wins the draw, throws it to the right side. Fort Wayne keeps it in. Comets right side along the near boards as they drop it off. Cormier throws it to the near goal line. Now back to the right side. Lefty shot saved by Januzzi. Now Fort Wayne bats it towards Januzzi, makes another save. Grizz hustle towards the far wing boards. They get it and clear it out. Less than 6 minutes left in the first period. Still no score. Fort Wayne still on the power play for the second time tonight. As Corcoran moves ahead right side. Comets enter. Dugan glides towards the near corner. Now he feeds it back up top. Corcoran right side. Righty shot saved by Januzzi. Grizzlies get it. Cutler will hold on to the puck far circle. Now he'll clear it out. Good job by Brandon Cutler on the penalty kill as Brochu skates towards the near corner and drops it off for Corcoran, who skates around the Fort Wayne net. Now Corcoran skates down the middle. He played with Savannah last year. This is his second different stint with the Comets. Now I'll throw a right wing pass as Fort Wayne dumps it in. Does Linden. Linden, the Penn State product. Now he gets it up top, slides it to the left circle. Comets feed it towards the net. Shot save, rebound, shot, and a score. And it's Matt Wedman, who was one of last night's heroes. He gets his 11th of the year. And the Comets get a power play goal with 5:08 in the first as they lead 1-0. Wedman's been an outstanding player in this series, kind of a power forward, 6'3", well-built. He high-fives everybody on the Comets bench as Matt Wedman's sporting a beard, and he gets his second goal of the series. And, the Grizzlies did a good job on that first penalty kill, but shot was taken from the slot, bounced off of Januzzi, and Wedman was able to collect the rebound and put it away. Linden threw it to the left side. I think it was Moisan who took the shot, and then Januzzi had to bounce off him, and then Wedman was just in the right place at the right time, as what a good forward would be. It almost looked like the first shot that Wedman took bounced off of Januzzi, and he kept with it and finally scored on that second chance. So Fort Wayne has outshot Utah 10-5. Less than 5 minutes left in the first. We're back to live action as Marcinkiewicz feeds it out in front. The only guy there was a Comet as they chip it off the far wing boards. Marcinkiewicz kicks it to Stapley. Stapley down the middle, surveys. Now a fire righty shot. Saved by Brochu. Marcinkiewicz gets pushed after the whistles. Brochu holds on. Marcinkiewicz just trying to find a way to get a redirection, and he gets pushed by Xavier Bernard and Martin Hash. Both Bernard and Hash are big guys. Bernard 6'5" and Hash 6'4". Marcinkiewicz, not a very big guy, but give him credit for hanging in there. Marcinkiewicz listed at 5'9". It's probably a generous 5'9" listing. Bernard is laughing at Marcinkiewicz. But Marcinkiewicz, if he's that kind of guy who's willing to get in front of the net and do the dirty work, he could be a pretty good pro. 4:38 left in the first. Matt Wedman scored on the power play as the Komets lead 1-0. We're back in 40 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
We keep this love in a photograph. We make these memories for ourselves. Where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
4:38 left in the first. Fort Wayne leads 1-0 as Matt Wedman scored a power play goal, his 11th of the year. As drawn the Komets zone. 4.5 minutes left in the first. Fort Wayne skates from left to right, Grizz from right to left, as Fort Wayne in a whiteout jersey with white helmets, white socks, and everything white except for a little bit of orange. They gained the line. Now they get it up top. Right side, Fort Wayne fires a righty shot, and it ricochets off the backboard and towards the far side. Grizz will pitch it out to center ice. Fort Wayne with a hand pass. Burke gets it. He slides it towards the middle. Cole Gallant skates down the middle, veers off to the right, takes a righty shot that goes wide. He tried to go glove side on Brett Brochu as Fort Wayne skips it out to the Grizzlies zone, chasing after its Mayhew. The arm is raised by one of the linesmen as icing is on Fort Wayne with 4:02 left in the first. The linesmen tonight are the same as last night, Christopher Williams and Chad Fuller, as the line of Karan, Penner, and Raby will take the draw. Up top is Yoon and Semick here late in the first period. Second of a 3-game set, and it's the third game, 5 straight on the road for the Grizz. They'll be back at Maverick Center next Saturday against Idaho. Fort Wayne wins the draw near side, wearing a white jersey as they feed it to the far side. Now they skip it into the Grizzlies zone. Januzzi stays in net. Semick chases after. He skates around Utah's net. Chips it around Mayhew as it goes to Cron, who slices to neutralize. Actually, it bounced off a Comet. It exited the zone. The Komets tried to carry it back in. As it looked like they were in the middle of a line change. I think Cron was trying to hope that they would get caught with too many on the ice. 3:43 left in the first. Looks like a good family atmosphere over in Fort Wayne. We've seen quite a few families when they've shown the crowd, husband, wife, and 2 or 3 kids. Fort Wayne gets all the media coverage in their town. With their G League basketball team as well. They're usually in page 1 of the sports section. As Utah wins the draw, they skate from right to left. As Raby crosses center ice, now he gains the line, feeds to the right side. But they call him offside. As looked like Raby kind of hesitated a little bit getting to the blue line, and the Grizzlies kind of anticipated him entering with a little bit more speed. And so offside is the call with 3:28 left in the first. As Cody Cron, you talk about a guy that's quickly becoming a fan favorite in Utah. You talk about the physical play of Cody Cron. He's willing to deliver hits each and every shift. And the one thing you never have to worry about with Cody Cron is his effort. He's going to give you 100% every shift. Grizzlies fans are certainly going to love him if they haven't already. Utah wins the draw at neutral ice as Cron over to Raby near side. He gains the line and gets hit and gets divorced from the puck. Fort Wayne slices it towards the far side. Penner in the area as Fort Wayne skips out to center ice. Komets will bounce it around Yoon. They chase after it in the far corner. Semick gets pushed. Yoon joins the play, 2-on-2 battle. Fort Wayne along the far wing. Lefty shot goes wide as they try to go low on Januzzi. Now right side Corcoran with a shot that goes wide from the right point. As behind the net, Fort Wayne kicks to the far circle. Less than 3 minutes left in the first period. Fort Wayne skates towards their right. And now they fire a lefty shot. Saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes to Penner, throws it behind his back. Semick along the near boards gets it. And he carries it across center ice and fires it in. Behind the net, Brochu kicks to the far corner. Now back behind the net. as Fort Wayne spreads the ice. 2:37 and counting left in the first. They feed it to the far side. Fort Wayne will carry it to their blue line. Now they'll carry it across center ice, and now they'll lift it in as it skips off the right corner on one hop of the ice. As Wicker skates towards the far corner, Fort Wayne took it away. Far goal line. Komets centering pass. Righty shot is blocked. Good block shot by the Grizzlies. I think that was Campagna in his Grizzlies debut. He signed earlier today. J.C. Campagna, number 26, as he's out there with Cutler and Messner. Komets at neutral ice. The puck ricochets off the near boards. Martin Hash back at his blue line, goes D to D. Now the Komets will throw it back in. Januzzi behind his net. It's his 9th appearance as a pro. He'll slide it to the near side, cut off by Dahu. He battles with Wickers. Wickers number 12 as Messner in the area. Mayhew delivers a hit. Fort Wayne centers it. A glanced off a Grizzly stick. It goes to Campagna. It will carry it across center ice. He crosses center and chips into the near corner at the end of his shift. Messner after it as a Grizzly slide it to the right point. The only guy there's a Komet, and they lift it in the air. Puck bounces in Grizzlies territory. Komets get around Corey Thomas. They skate down the middle. Shot goes wide. Thomas drags down a Komet, and that was Dahu, and the net gets dislodged. I imagine a penalty is going to be called on Thomas as Dahu tried to get around him, and it looked like he was successful in getting around him. Thomas dragged him to the ice, and it looks like it is going to be a penalty on Corey Thomas. Dahu looks like he's a pretty good goal scorer. Thomas just did what he had to do on that play. Once he thought that Dahu was getting around him, he just had to make sure he couldn't get a shot off. So it's going to be Fort Wayne's third power play of the first period, as there's 1:29 left in the first, as Dahu looked like he was looking for the shot, and Thomas dragged him to the ice. And Dahu looked like he was trying to make a move towards his right, as he was in the left circle. Thomas, as they show the replay over and over again, and it was a good call. Thomas did what he had to do there to make sure that Dahu couldn't get that shot off. But it is Fort Wayne's third power play. They are 1 for 2 on the man advantage tonight. Utah needs some momentum heading into the locker room late in the first period. Fort Wayne wins the draw. They get to the right side as Sidlowski, right wing, righty shot, saved by Januzzi. Rebound shot, saved by Januzzi again. Puck goes back to Sidlowski, fires a righty shot, and he scores. Unless it got redirected, that's Sean Sidlowski's third of the year. It's Fort Wayne's second power play goal of the period. Sidlowski skates to the bench first, sporting a beard, and he gets his third of the year as the Komets have taken a 2-0 lead behind 2 power play goals. Wedman and Sidlowski, 2 of Fort Wayne's best scorers with the goals. And for Sidlowski, well, he's done that over and over again with Fort Wayne. It's his 182nd career goal with the Komets, which ranks 12th all time. They've got an illustrious history that 182 goals in their team history only ranks 12th in team history. As the puck lifted on Sidlowski, and he kind of had to, it lifted towards him. He gloved it and then dropped it in the right circle and then fired away. So the draw is going to be at center ice. 2 power play goals by Fort Wayne. They have outshot the Grizzlies 16-6. As we're skating 5-on-5, Stapley wins the draw. Utah skates from right to left as they chip it off the near wing boards. Burke gets hit as Haas chases after it. Haas throws it deeper into his own zone. Bernard around his net, throws to the right point. Stapley over to Burke. Burke skates to the right circle, back to Stapley. Stapley skates in, back in, shot. Saved by Brochu. I think Stapley got held up, though, as he was taking the shot. Fort Wayne looks like they picked up their first penalty of the game, as looks like Carl Berglund is skating towards, his bench is on the far side, and he's skating to the bench. But looks like a penalty is going to be on the Komets. Let's see who's going to the box for them. The jersey's folded up a little bit. The important thing, though, is looks like the Grizzlies are going to get their first power play of the game. As Fort Wayne's in the box, the jerseys, it's kind of orange, but it's kind of like that San Francisco Giants City Connect jersey that they wore a couple years ago. It's kind of, you see the orange, but it kind of fades into white a little bit on the jersey. So Fort Wayne's in the box. Grizzlies in the power play for the first time tonight. They are 16.1% this season. Fort Wayne, their penalty kill is 75.3%. Utah was 0 for 2 on the power play last night. Can the Grizz get some momentum here late in the first period heading into the locker room? Draw taken by Stapley. He wins it. Grizzlies feed it to Gallant left point. He bobbles the puck as it goes out of the zone. New tries, Yoon back to Gallant as he slides along the near wing boards. Now he gets to Yoon, who's down the middle. Yoon at new tries will drop it off as the Grizzlies set up their attack. Steeply across the center ice, he gains the line. He chips it to his right. Grizzlies. Cole Gallant battles in the corner after Fort Wayne tried to take it away. Puck glides off the near boards as Fort Wayne clears it out. They chase after it. Gallant back along the near side. He holds up a Komet. 20 seconds left in the period as the puck goes into the near corner, taken by Cody Caron. Caron around his net, skates with speed. He gets to new tries. He crosses center. Caron left wing pass off the boards. He chases after it. Caron over in the near corner, gets it poked away. Fort Wayne gets it, and they clear it out. And it's going to be a 2-0 game as time runs out in the first period. Grizzlies are going to be on the power play to start the second. But the difference in the game is 2 power play goals by Fort Wayne. Matt Wedman scored first, and then Sean Sidlowski made it 2-0 as he fired away from the right circle late in the first period. So Utah will be on the power play to start the second. But once again, Grizzlies facing a deficit after 1. We'll come back and recap the first period. If the ECHL app is updated, find the first 20 minutes of play as both teams head to their locker rooms. The score after 1, Fort Wayne 2, Utah 0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account.
We keep this love in a photograph. We make these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your head.
Now we're through 20 minutes of play over at Memorial Coliseum, and Fort Wayne leads 2-0. It was Nolan Volcan who's in the box. He got 2 minutes for slashing, 19:05 into the first. Utah will be on the power play the first minute 5 of the second period. Well, it's 2 power play goals that made the difference. Jordan Stone got a holding the stick minor, 11:40 in. Now the Grizzlies successfully killed off that penalty, but 4 seconds after Stone came out of the box, Aaron Aragon got 2 minutes for slashing as he just took the stick from Turlinden. Now, both calls were good calls, but it's just kind of tough to face 4 minutes worth of a penalty kill, especially back-to-back like that. And on the second power play, Fort Wayne connected as an initial shot was taken from the slot. And I don't know if it was Sidlowski or if it was Dahu. Both guys got assists on the goal. But it bounced off of Januzzi, and Wedman got the rebound. It didn't look like the first shot Wedman took went past Januzzi. It looked like it bounced off of Dante, and then Wedman got it back and stayed with it and put it away. You talk about dependable role players that every hockey team would love to have. Matt Wedman looks like he's one of those guys. He's been outstanding in the first 4 periods of this series. Just a blue-collar forward who will get in front of the net and do what it takes to help his team win. Wedman got his 11th of the year, Sidlowski and Dahu with the assists. Fort Wayne got back on the power play. Thomas did what he had to do as Dahu was skating towards the left side. Then he veered off towards the net. He got around Thomas, and Thomas feared that Dahu would have had a grade A chance. So Thomas just dragged him to the ice, maybe hoping that a call wasn't going to be made, but the call was made. Thomas went to the box. 2 minutes for holding, 18:31 in. And 12 seconds into the power play, Sean Sidlowski got the puck in the right circle, and he fired away, and it got past Januzzi. Morgan Adams-Moisan with the assist. Moisan, the Fort Wayne captain this year. It's his 5th assist of the season. So already a multiple-point game for Sean Sidlowski, who has 1 goal and 1 assist. And special teams have made the difference tonight. Grizzlies are on the power play to start the second period. We'll see if the Grizz can find a way to get one past a pretty good goaltender in Brett Brochu. Last night it was Tyler Parks who stopped 26 of 28. Brochu is off to an outstanding start this year. It doesn't necessarily reflect in the win-loss category. Through 6 games this year, he just has a record of 3-2-1, but he has a 2.19 goals against average and 936 save percentage. And if you look back to the previous 3 seasons with the London Knights of the OHL, he's been a pretty good winner. A record of 89, 34, and 4 in his junior hockey league record. So the Grizzlies do have their work cut out for him here tonight, especially in the last 2 periods, trying to make a comeback attempt. It's just one of those things that, it's kind of been a consistent theme to road games. And oddly enough, it hasn't been that way at home. It almost seems like a Jekyll and Hyde thing. Grizzlies at home have been a pretty good team with a record of 8-5. It's just been away from Maverick Center that for whatever reason, things haven't quite clicked. I'm going to blame it on all the advertising on the ice in Fort Wayne. Holy cow, it looks like the yellow page is out there on that sheet of ice as Fort Wayne leads 2-0 behind what looks to be a pretty good crowd over at Memorial Coliseum. In terms of the shot count, Fort Wayne had 16 in the first period. Dahu and Wedman each had 3 shots. Sidlowski also 3 shots in the first period. Connor Corcoran had 2 shots. Nola Gansky also with 2 shots, then a few others with 1. For the Grizzlies, Brett Stapley had 3 shots, and then 4 other Grizzlies with 1. Brian Yoon, Quinn Wickers, Aaron Aragon, and Cole Gallant. And if you think about Stapley and what a great passer he is, there's almost that thought, because of his passing ability, he's been looking for it a little bit too much. Now, Stapley was an accomplished goal scorer his last 2 years at the University of Denver. You think about it, he had, well, just look at his senior year. At Denver, 41 games, he had 18 goals and 25 assists, and he was outstanding in their run to the Frozen Four championship in his senior year. You think about Brett Stapley, he might be a little bit more aggressive looking for a shot because the Grizzlies might need Stapley, who's been outstanding in terms of getting assists. He has an assist in 11 of his 16 games this year. He might be a little bit more aggressive looking for a shot here tonight. J.C. Campagna made his Grizzlies debut. He brings a lot of size to the table at 6'4", 209 pounds. He brings a good amount of experience. Tonight is his 200th ECHL game, as the Grizzlies are his 10th ECHL team. His best year, though, came as a member of the Fort Wayne Komets, where he had 35 goals and 14 assists in the 2018-2019 season. In the first period, Campagna was paired up with Mick Messner and Brandon Cutler, and I thought that line had a couple good looks in the first period. We'll see if it connects here in the second. So Fort Wayne's got a 2-0 lead behind 2 power play goals. We'll see how the Grizzlies' power play looks in the first minute and 5 seconds of the second period. When we come back, we'll go over some scores from around the league, as well as some NHL scores as well. The score after 1 period at Memorial Coliseum, it's Fort Wayne 2, Utah 0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
First intermission over in Fort Wayne, as Komets with 2 power play goals, they lead 2-0. Let's go to some ECHL scores tonight. Looks like one game has already gone final. What has gotten into Jeff Carr's Norfolk Admirals? Carr was an assistant coach with the Grizzlies back in the 2016-2017 season. I think he even has some connections to the Ogden Mustangs Hockey Club. Carr, who had been in the SBHL as a head coach of the Knoxville Ice Bears, it's his first full season as the Admirals head coach. He was their head coach for the most of last season, but he came in mid-year. He's got his own guys, and it looks like he's on a roll right now as the Admirals get a 4-1 victory. Keaton Jamison was a +1. Jamison was a key member of the Grizzlies last season. Remember, the Admirals will be in town in the month of March, and they're on fire. They're in first place in the North Division. They get a victory 4-1 on a Saturday night. And, of course, just as I was pulling away and then pulling back into the ECHL app, it's kind of interesting. They changed the app a little bit, but for whatever reason, I have to reload it over and over again. It is a nice-looking app, though. I think the app kind of fits the screen of a phone a little bit better than kind of the website does with that computer layout. As the ECHL app uploads, as we're continuing to get the scores here on this Saturday night, the Admirals get a victory 4-1 over the Trois Rivières Lions. Late third period, Newfoundland has a 2-1 lead over Maine. That game with 2 minutes left in the third. 7 minutes left in the second period. Adirondack leads Worcester 2-0. Halfway through the second, Greenville and Atlanta are tied at 2. Greenville's 18-5 this season. Atlanta, oddly enough, had an 8-0 start to the regular season, but they are now just 9-13 as they have really struggled as of late, losing, if my math is right, 13 of their last 14 games. Late second period, Orlando leads the defending champion Florida Everblades 2-1. As Florida is 10-7-4 this year, Orlando is 10-9, 1-1. Late second period, South Carolina leads Jacksonville 3-0. Halfway through the second, Kalamazoo leads Indy 1-0. Halfway through the second, Toledo leads Iowa 2-1. Also halfway through the second, Allen and Kansas City are tied at 1. Allen got a victory last night. The final score was 4-1. So Allen looking for their second straight win. Kansas City is in second place in the Mountain Division with 35 points and an even 700-point percentage. 6 minutes left in the second. Wheeling leads Cincinnati 2-0. Jordan Martell left off the stat sheet tonight. He has 2 shots for the Nailers. Martell wearing number 51 for the Nailers. He was just traded from Utah to Wheeling earlier this week for Quinn Wickers and future considerations. And getting underway in about 40 minutes from now over at Idaho Central Arena, the Steelheads host the Rapid City Rush. Idaho is 19-4-0-1 this season. Rapid City is 9-12-2. And when we come back, we'll go over some NHL scores as they're through one period over at Memorial Coliseum, and Fort Wayne leads Utah 2-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
We keep this love in a photograph. We make these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. Fort Wayne leads Utah 2-0 behind power play goals from Matt Wedman and Sean Sidlowski. The Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, are in action tonight. 9 minutes left in the second period. Winnipeg leads Colorado 3-0. A lot of people haven't really been talking about Winnipeg. They're off to a decent start this year with a record of 17-9-2. The Avalanche are 18-9-2 coming into play tonight. A lot of night games in the NHL. Let's see what some of the scores are. One game has gone final. In a shootout, Minnesota defeats Vancouver 2-1. Halfway through the second period, Boston leads the Rangers 1-0. 5 minutes left in the second, Devils lead the Blue Jackets 3-2. Halfway through the second, Montreal leads the Islanders 1-0. 5 minutes left in the second, a rematch of the 1997 Stanley Cup Finals. Flyers lead the Red Wings 1-0. 13 minutes left in the second, Maple Leafs lead the Penguins 5-0. Halfway through the first, Nashville leads Washington 1-0. Also halfway through one, Dallas leads St. Louis 2-0. St. Louis made a coaching change earlier this week. At 7 o'clock, Buffalo is at Arizona. That game played on the Arizona State campus. At 8 o'clock, Tampa Bay is at Calgary. Florida is at Edmonton. If I saw it right, I think Edmonton is the NHL affiliate of the Komets this year. And also at 8 o'clock, the LA Kings are at Seattle. How about the start to the Kings season? They are 16-6-4. Kraken have struggled a little bit in their third year of existence. They've got a record of 10-14-7. When we come back, we'll have second period action. We'll see if the Grizzlies can get on the board. They will be on the power play the first minute and 5 seconds of the second period. This has been the Rio Tinto Kennecott Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
At Smith's, shop Kroger brand products for all of your favorite things this holiday season. Because our proven quality products come at exceptionally low prices. And with a money-back quality guarantee, every dish is sure to be a favorite.
These are a few of my favorite things. La 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 la, la 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 la.
Whether you shop delivery, pickup, or in-store, Kroger brand has all your favorite things. Smith's, fresh.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to Grizzlies hockey. Utah taking on Fort Wayne Komets, lead 2-0. Now, earlier today was the funeral services for Fort Wayne team president and co-owner Michael Franke. They had a ceremony before last night's game. Today was the funeral services, and every member of the Fort Wayne team, including several members of the front office, ECHL Commissioner Ryan Creelan was also there, and the Grizzlies family certainly sends their condolences to the Fort Wayne Komets and everybody associated with that organization. As I never did get a chance to meet Michael Franke, but it sounded like he was certainly one of the good ones, one of the great guys in the league and in the sport of hockey. And he was 63 years old. As they show some highlights of the first period, it was just those two power play goals that made the difference. Obviously, Fort Wayne with a bit of a shot edge, 16-7. Matt Wedman scored on the power play, and then later in the first period, Sean Sidlowski. And Sidlowski, obviously, a week like this really touches him because he's been with Fort Wayne for so many years, and he's certainly been a key part to that organization for so long. And that's really something about a place like Fort Wayne where you see guys spend 5, 6, 7, maybe their whole career there. It's kind of interesting to see Sean Sidlowski. For as long as he's been with the Komets, he still has about 10 players that are up on top of him in just about every category. Meaning you have a lot of those guys who pretty much spent their entire hockey career in Fort Wayne. Looks like Cutler's going to take the draw. Grizzlies skate from left to right as they put 20 minutes on the clock. Marcin Kevik's out there as well. I think that's Mick Messner to the left wing. As Fort Wayne skating from right to left in the whiteout jersey. Berglund takes the draw for Fort Wayne. He wins it. Komets sail it down towards Januzzi, who plays it behind his net. He feeds it towards the far side for Cutler, who chips it behind his back. as Mayhew gets the puck. He's out there as Campagna out there as well as Mayhew skates down the middle, gets to Neutron, drops off for Cutler. Now across to Campagna, left wing across the center ice. He gains the line and whips it around the boards, goes to the near side. Messner cuts it off. Cutler in the area as well. Fort Wayne gets hit. Marcin Kevix took it away. He drops off in the far corner. Now they feed it up top for Campagna. He'll take a lefty shot and a score. Grizzlies get on the board. It might have gotten redirected out in front by Cutler as Utah gets a power play goal, and it is Brandon Cutler redirecting it as he gets his 7th of the year. And 36 seconds into the second period, the Grizzlies have cut into the Fort Wayne lead. Well, the shot was taken from the left side. Brandon Cutler was net front to redirect it. So 2 power play goals for Fort Wayne, and Utah answers with a power play goal of their own. As they fed it up top, I think that was Campagna, left point. He took the shot, and Cutler, it looked a little bit high. Cutler was in the area as well as Messner. As Campagna took the shot, Cutler and Messner in the area. Cutler might have gotten a piece of it. They show another replay as Cutler took it. And if he did get a piece of it, it was probably about jersey logo high, maybe just under the letters. Fort Wayne wanted a playing with a high stick penalty because it was Cutler's goal. It was waist high, maybe slightly more. They continued to show the replay over and over again as Cutler played the puck. It was probably borderline. It was probably about the same height as Tyler Penner's goal last night. Goal counts 2-1 Fort Wayne, but the Grizzlies with a power play goal, they get momentum. Komets chip it deep into the Grizzlies zone as Wickers moves it ahead. It goes to neutralize. Cole Gallant crosses center ice. He backhands it in. As behind the net, Fort Wayne chips it towards the near side. Burke in the area. Fort Wayne will carry it out to center ice. They chip it to the left side. Matt Wedman gains the line, skates down the middle. Now he fires it off the backboards. Wedman, far goal line. Siren pass. Grizzlies get a stick in the way as it glides towards the near wing boards. Fort Wayne hustles after it. They feed it to the right side. Now they center it to Wedman. It glanced off his stick and goes wide as Stapley will skate around his net towards the far side and dropping off for Mayhew as it's 2-1 Fort Wayne, but the Grizzlies have momentum. We're skating 5-on-5. All 3 goals tonight scored on the power play. Stapley gains the line, try to get it back to Mayhew on a give and go. Fort Wayne took it away. Komets carry it across center ice. Now right wing, they feed it to the point. Now Fort Wayne dumps it in deep. Semick over there as well as Mayhew and Stapley. Fort Wayne in the far side as now Burke gets held up, I think, by Daku. Now he gets the right side, bouncing puck. Berglund keeps it in as he fires it towards the corner. As Wedman whips it around the wall, it goes to the near side as Fort Wayne being shadowed by Karan as the Komets feed it back up top. And now they skate towards the high slot. Now back to the left side. It gets redirected on one-timer wide. As now far corner, Utah delivers a hit. Grizz playing physical here in the first 2 minutes of the second period. Burke moves it ahead. Grizz cross center. Karan will tap it into the near corner and chase after it. As it goes back towards Haas, he drops it off as the Komets deep in their own end skate from right to left. They motor it out to center ice. Yoon gets hit in the back. Komets will carry it into the zone. Right side. Right circle. Righty shot. Saved by Januzzi. Bouncing puck in the slot. Grizz get the rebound. Utah comes the other way. Penner gains the line. Right side. Stars it over to Yoon. Backhand shot. Saved by Brochu. And now the Komets feed it to center ice. Grizzlies gather it as Penner will fire it in as it ricochets off the backboard on one hop of the ice. As Fort Wayne, far side, Aragon in the area. Komets, big hit by Messner. Aragon gets the puck. He skates the far goal line. Now around the net. Aragon tried to wrap it in front to Raby. It hits the side of the net. A Grizzly player is down as Fort Wayne drags him towards the near side. As Jack Dugan lost his cool on Mick Messner. As Dugan, the linesmen separate Dugan and Messner. Dugan just tackled Messner along the near net. Well, I don't know if a penalty is going to get called on Dugan there as there's 17:07 left in the second. And we'll see. I mean, with as many power play goals we've already seen early on, the Grizz could certainly use another power play. As fans having a good time. It's interesting, you know, the fan shots, you know, some places it turns into a beer chug. She's got a beer in her hand, but she's not chugging. However, we've seen a lot of couples decide that it's a good time to start making out. Well, let's see. There is a comment in the penalty box, and it is Jack Dugan. So it looks like it's going to be a power play for Utah with 17:07 left in the second. It's 2-1 Komets. The Grizzlies have a lot of momentum here early in the second. On the Cutler goal, Campagna and Marcinkiewicz picked up the assist. That was 36 seconds into the second period. As Utah is now on its second power play of the game, Dugan got 2 minutes for roughing, 2:53 into the second. Grizzlies taking a little bit of time before this faceoff. Cutler will be out there. Mayhew as well. We'll see. There's a little bit of a break there. It looks like everybody's looking towards the Grizzlies bench. Aragon, it's interesting. Aragon tried to center it, hit the side of the net, and that's when Dugan tackled Messner. And then Dugan threw a right while Messner was down. Back to live action. Campagna over in the far side as Grizz won the faceoff. Now to Mayhew. Over to Cutler. Back to Mayhew, high slot. He slides to his left for Campagna. He fires towards the net. Saved by Brochu. Puck lifts in the air towards Campagna, but it's Matt Wedman that gets it. He crosses center ice. Grizzlies took it away. As Utah crosses center ice, Messner with the momentum. Make that Cutler. He skates towards the corner. He gets pushed along the boards. Campagna back to Messner. Now to Cutler. Cutler skates along the far goal line. Toe drag shot saved by Brochu. As the rebound goes out in front, Fort Wayne dives to clear it out, and they do. Wedman gets it, skates the right side. He's got a cutter out in front. It rolls towards Januzzi, who sticks it away as it bounced off a Comet. Fort Wayne still with the puck near side. They skate towards the point. Marcinkiewicz took it away. Fort Wayne, right side, will fire it back in. Mayhew plays it. Mayhew skates down the middle. Drops it off, as I was concerned that the Grizzlies might have gotten a penalty there as Marcinkiewicz dragged them down. Stapley near side at the goal line. 4 minutes into the second, 2-1 Fort Wayne. Grizz looking for the tying goal. As now Brian Yoon crosses center. Utah made a line change. Yoon right side to Gallant, who skates with speed to the right side. He gets it poked away. Fort Wayne bouncing puck far goal line. Will backhand it. Grizz keep it in. They slide it to Yoon right side. Yoon fires it across. As Grizz get it back to Yoon. Yoon to Stapley, right point. Stapley skates towards the circle, drops it off for Yoon. Yoon high slot, back to Stapley. Stapley on the right side surveys. Now he gets it back to Yoon, who fires towards the net. Saved by Brochu. Fort Wayne gets it off the goaltender and clears it out. Late in the power play, 15:25 left in the second. We don't have the time of the penalty kill on the screen. As Grizz will cross center ice. Stapley veers off to the right, drops it off for Gallant, right point. Gallant enters, throws it to Stapley, gets blasted in the near corner. Fort Wayne throws to the left side as Cron tried to extend his stick but couldn't keep it in. As Januzzi drops it off for Yoon, who's behind Utah's net. Grizz will restart the attack again, and I think coming out of the box is Dugan. We're back to skating 5-on-5. As Grizz get to neutralize, they chip it ahead. Bouncing puck, Aragon drops it off for Cron. Cron couldn't reach it as Fort Wayne throws it back to the Utah blue line. Grizz outlet it to Burke, who feeds it to the middle, but it's picked off by Fort Wayne. They skating to the right circle. Righty shot, saved by Januzzi. Grizz get it back. Utah shovels it high into the air towards Penner, and it taps off him. Grizz get it as Aragon gains the line, drops it off for Raby, and now it bounces off a Comet. Penner keeps it in left side. He taps it off the skate of a Comet. Aragon over to Penner, left side. Righty shot, saved by Brochu. He holds on with 14:23 left in the second. It's 2-1 Fort Wayne as the Grizz are 1 for 2 on the power play. As it was a good penalty kill by the Komets. As we're 5.5 minutes into the second period. Make sure to follow the Grizzlies on Facebook, Instagram, X, Snapchat, and TikTok. I'm on X at Tyson on Sports. As the Komets have outshot the Grizzlies 19-13. Grizz with a slight edge here in the second period. Actually, 5-2 is the edge the Grizzlies have in the second. Fort Wayne wins the draw. They'll carry it out of the zone down the middle as the Komets in their white jerseys, orange numbers, skate to the near goal line around Mayhew. They try to get it out in front, bouncing puck to the right point. Grizz doing a good job in not letting the centering pass get through. Mayhew took it away. He skates down the middle. Now he's on the right side, loses the puck. He gets to the near corner and drops it back off as Dakota Raby around the near goal line. He surveys as Raby skates towards the point. Now back to the corner. Raby gets hit. Penner takes the puck, throws to Mayhew. It glanced off his stick. Now right side lefty shot, saved by Brochu. As he holds on, I think that was Quinn Wickers who skated there on the right point and fired a lefty shot that Brochu made the save on. He holds on as we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. 13:43 left in the second period. Time out on the ice as Brandon Cutler got Utah on the board 36 seconds in on the power play on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
2-1 Fort Wayne, but the Grizzlies feel like they've had momentum here in the second period. Utah's outshot Fort Wayne 6-2 in the second. Utah did get 2 power plays in the second period. They've already announced the attendance. 7,029 is the announced attendance, 7,029. Pretty impressive considering the Indianapolis Colts, who are just a 2-hour drive from Fort Wayne, played earlier this afternoon. Draw's going to be in the nearest circle. Brandon Cutler is the Optum first goal of the game scorer tonight. Cutler has 7 goals this season. Cutler leads the Grizzlies with 2 game-winning goals. Fort Wayne wins the draw near side of their own zone as they throw it around their net, skating from right to left. As Fort Wayne, long-range pass off the boards. As Berglund gets the puck, he skates around Semick. Berglund gets hit. Semick chases after it. He hits Berglund again along the wall. Now another Grizzly gets it. They throw it towards the middle. Utah carries across center ice, and they dump it in. Utah chasing after it. As Semick, very active this shift over to Campanian. As Grizzlies debut, he looked to center it. It bounced off a Fort Wayne skate. As a puck along the near boards. Now Campania loses it as he was trying to get the puck behind the net. As Fort Wayne moves it out to center ice, Berglund. He'll center it as the Komets get it back towards Berglund. Grizzlies get a stick in the way. Good job by Utah defensively. Campania gains the line, skates towards the left circle. Look for a centering pass to Messner. Pass connects. Messner's shot saved by Brochu. Now the puck goes to the right side. Go on with a shot that goes wide. As Fort Wayne will cross center ice, 2-on-2. They enter the zone. Komets lose the puck. As Quinn Wickers will move it ahead. It goes between the legs of Stapley. Gallant at center ice will lose the puck as he was trying to enter the zone. Fort Wayne crosses center ice. They will lift it in. Puck bounces in the near corner as Wickers gets there and gets it to Mayhew. Mayhew back to the near side as Grizz. Their pass to the center ice logo is picked off. Sidlowski feeds it off the backboards as Fort Wayne deep in their offensive zone. They skate towards the high slot and lose it. Grizzlies very active defensively here in the second period as Stapley moves it ahead. He chases after it near corner. He gets the puck back. Now he looked to center to Gallant. Fort Wayne got a stick in the way. Komets will carry it across center ice. They backhand it airborne. They couldn't glove it. Stapley back at his blue line will chip a right wing pass to Gallant, who gets the bouncing puck. Gallant will move it off the end boards. Burt chases after it. He collides with a Komet. Fort Wayne gets it back. Komets get to neutral ice. They cross center. And they throw it in as the puck wobbles on its side towards the backboard. Grizzlies skate around the net. As Utah with an outlet pass, it's Corey Thomas up ahead. It connects to the Fort Wayne blue line. They get hit. Grizz dump it in deep as the Komets will chip it off the near wing boards as they backhand it towards center ice to get this. The puck gets air under it. Near corner as the puck saucers towards the boards. Yoon battles Semick. 2 Komets in the area. Marcinkevich's trying to shovel it away as Mayhew make that Yoon holding his ground. Semick surveys. Semick now gets the puck. Good job by Brian Yoon holding his ground along the boards. Grizz lift it high into the air. It bounces at center ice. Fort Wayne shovels it ahead. Yoon moves it across off the boards. Grizzlies enter. Left circle. Lefty shot. Saved by Brochu. Puck goes back to the right point off the wall as Yoon fires towards the net. It ricochets wide. Grizzlies throw it between their legs trying to find a cutter out in front as Fort Wayne will carry it to center ice and they lift it in. Bouncing puck, taken in the far corner. Semick delivers a big hit. He's played a good game tonight. As the puck goes back to Fort Wayne, they skeet to the corner. Utah takes it away again, and that's Aragon who's looked good as well. Right point, Fort Wayne, righty shot is blocked. It goes to the slot. Now lefty shot. The rebound shot and a score. And that's Morgan Adams Moison, who picks up his 9th goal of the year. And about halfway through the contest, the Komets are retaking a 2-goal lead. It's 3-1. As Moison high fives everybody on the Fort Wayne bench. The original shot was taken from the high slot. and looked like a rebound out in front, and Moisan put it away. So the Grizzlies, with all that momentum they build up over the first 9 minutes of the third period, but it's Fort Wayne that scores. As the shot was taken, it was a lefty shot, bounced off of Januzzi, and then Moisan was just there to get the rebound. As Januzzi really didn't have much vision. Moisan was in front of him, and the puck bounced off of Januzzi, but he really didn't see that first shot. The first shot looked like it was taken by Gorniak. Gorniak will get a second assist of the year as the Komets lead 3-1. They're back in their attack zone. Fort Wayne, right circle, righty shot, saved by Januzzi. And he holds on as we get a whistle with 10:08 left in the second. As Matt Wedman on the ice for the Komets. And this is a critical sequence in the game as the Grizzlies really looked strong in the first 9 minutes of the second period, getting momentum. And obviously you can't let that goal by Fort Wayne, detract from what you're trying to do. And that's get back into this game. As it's 3-1 Komets, good teams usually find a way to bounce back from those tough situations like this. And we'll see what the Grizzlies have here in the second half of this contest, especially the second half of this second period. Messner will take the draw. He's got Mayhew on the ice as well. Now Messner's kicked out of the circle. That looked like he just backed out. Let's see if Messner's going to be in. I don't know. The officials, I think we might have a penalty. I don't know if it's going to be on Fort Wayne for running their mouth. Yeah, penalty is going to be called on the Komets. Oh, looks like there might be one on Utah as well. As looks like Campagna goes to the box for Utah, and somebody for Fort Wayne goes to the box as well. It's almost like both guys were talking smack before the puck got dropped, and it looks like the officials just told them both to go to the penalty box. Couldn't see who that was for Fort Wayne. It is J.C. Campagna getting his first penalty in a Grizzlies uniform as Campagna stands up in the box. So it looks like we're going to skate 4-on-4 now. Draws in the Grizzly zone, far circle. Utah wins it as Kyle Mayhew behind his net. 4-on-4 action. Ice opens up a little bit more. Maybe the Grizzlies can get their second goal of the night utilizing their speed. Grizzlies have a fast unit out there as they skate down the middle. Wickers over to Messner. Messner gets to center ice, and it's Jake Chizen in the box right now as Chizen and Campagna look over in the action. As now we've missed about 15 seconds of game action looking at the two guys in the penalty box. On the Moisan goal, Gorniak and Corcoran got the assist. Now the Grizzlies deep in their own zone will start the attack. As 9:33 is left in the second, Utah will drop it off the screens. They chase after it, their blue line, and it's McMessner. Messner, 5 goals in his last 5 games over to Stapley as Utah made a line change while we were looking at the two guys in the box. Fort Wayne throws to the far circle, now to the goal line. Stapley in the area. As Fort Wayne chips it up top, right point. They lose the puck. As now the puck bounces at center ice. Fort Wayne gathers it in their own end. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the second period. Fort Wayne holds on to the puck. Both teams here with a 4-on-4 situation want to be patient with their approach once they get it. Bernard with a far wing pass. Komets cross center ice. Now they gain the line. Right side, lefty shot. Saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes to the near side. As Fort Wayne in the near corner, one of the officials are in the way. As the Komets, Berglund will throw it to the far side. As Stapley in the area. Fort Wayne loses the puck. Now they get it back in the high slot. They fire towards the net. It gets redirected by Semek's stick. Semek really has played well tonight. As near corner, Fort Wayne gets to the near goal line. Berglund around the net. Now it's to the far side. Komets still patient with their approach. They feed it up top. As Gansky, they'll take a righty shot. Saved by Januzzi. Puck bounces. Now right side shot. Saved by Januzzi. Puck out in front. Utah gets it. As the Grizz get the loose puck and they lift it out to center ice. It's gathered by Dugan. As we get a whistle. It might be a penalty on Fort Wayne. As the play ended, yeah, it's going to be a penalty on Carl Berglund. Berglund gets 2 minutes for... Well, that's the signal for delay of game. So it looks like Berglund must have given a fan a souvenir. Fort Wayne leads 3-1, 8:12 left in the second. We'll come back in 1 minute as the Grizzlies will have a short 4-on-3 power play on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. It's Fort Wayne 3, Utah 1. As looks like Carl Berglund got 2 minutes for roughing. A time of penalty 11:48 in. It looks like there's 4 seconds left in the 4-on-4. And so I think in 4 seconds, Campagna and Chisholm will come out of the box. Both guys got 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. And the Grizzlies will start a 5-on-4 power play. It's Fort Wayne 3, Utah 1. As a draw in the far circle, won by the Grizz. They get it up top now. Marcin Kevik's right side. He'll fire a shot saved by Brochu. And now fresh out of the box is Campagna. As over in the far corner, Januzzi gets it. He slides it around his net. As Mayhew, near corner, will get it back to Stapley over to Mayhew's behind Utah's net. As the Grizz will spread the ice. Mayhew will now skate down the middle. He's got good speed, 6 goals this season, tied for the league lead amongst defensemen. He drops it off. Cutler across the center ice. Now he gains the line with speed. Skates towards the corner, drops off for Mayhew. Mayhew throws it to the middle. Fort Wayne picks it off and they clear it out. Januzzi will drop it back off for Mayhew, who's quarterbacking this power play. Mayhew, first full season as a pro at the University of Denver. As Mayhew glides to center ice, drops it off. As Grizz cross center ice, Campagna, left wing pass to Mayhew enters. He drops off for Campagna. As Campagna, left side, walks in. Lefty shot is blocked away by Brochu. It might have gone wide. And now it goes to the right point. Mayhew couldn't reach it to keep it in. He'll chase after it in the Grizzly zone. Looks like Utah's making a line change. 7:05 and counting left in the second. Fort Wayne leads 3-1. As Brett Stapley has the puck. He skates towards center ice. Right wing, he chips it to Gallant, who skates towards the corner. Bouncing puck. Gallant near the corner. Martin Hash battles with Gallant as the Komets throw it to the slot. Taken away, Burke. Burke left wing, lefty shot. Saved by Brochu. And Hash looked like Karan was trying to get the puck, hoping that Brochu had bobbled it for a second. And Hash will go after Karan after the whistle. Karan wants a penalty on Hash, as Karan saying, I'm just trying to get a loose puck. As Brochu holds on to it. 6:42 left in the second. As we mentioned, Fort Wayne, one of the bigger teams in the league. They've got many guys 6'2", 6'3", and above, especially among their blue line. As looks like both teams will, well, let's see. Draw's going to come back to neutral ice. As it looks like Burke's arguing something. The draw is going to come at neutral ice. As there's 5 on the ice for Utah, 4 for Fort Wayne here late in a power play. As Carl Berglund got 2 minutes for roughing, 11:48 into the second. As Stapley will take the draw. He's got Karan to his right. As Utah wins the faceoff, Yoon slides it ahead. Pass goes wide. Komets will clear it all the way towards Januzzi. Yoon chases after deep in his own zone. Back to Stapley near side. Stapley moves it ahead as Grizzlies cross center down the middle. Now they veer off to the right. As Stapley just outside the zone, he enters. He gets hit. As we get a whistle, let's see. Now there's some pushing. Bernard and Karan. Karan wants to fight. He throws a right at Bernard. As Xavier Bernard now on 2 knees. Karan wants some more. Karan holds Bernard by the jersey. Bernard's on 2 knees. And looks like Cody Karan's going to get a penalty. Let's see if Bernard goes to the box as well. I think Karan dropped his gloves, and Bernard, who's a big guy at 6'5" and 205 pounds, looked like he didn't. Karan played against Fort Wayne quite a bit last season as a member of the Cincinnati Cyclones. Karan goes to the box, and it looks like so does Bernard. I wonder if Karan's going to get a little bit extra, though, as Bernard is the second Komet to go to the box. Actually, he's the third sitting there as the backup goaltender is sitting in the box. That's Francois Brassard. Speaking of fights, Brassard's the guy that got in a fight with Kevin Carr in the 2020-21 season. As Stapley was entering the zone, they show a replay. Stapley got hit by Bernard, and then Karan took up for him. I think that Bernard kind of looked up. That might have been a penalty on him for cross-checking, and then Karan went after Bernard, and looked like Karan had gotten his gloves loose. Bernard hadn't yet, and then Karan threw a right, and Bernard got on 2 knees, and then the linesman stepped in. As, Stapley, as he was entering the zone, got hit with Bernard on what looked like a cross-check, and we'll see what penalties come out of it. As there's 6:21 left in the second, and now Morgan Adams-Moison and Tyler Penn are talking with the referee, Jacob Rakuki. If you didn't Follow last night's game. Grizzlies captain Josh Wesley was called up to the AHL's Colorado Eagles yesterday. We're certainly rooting for Josh Wesley up there in Colorado. We'll see if the ECHL app will update the penalties. They've been a little bit late to the party in updating the penalties and stats over in Fort Wayne. As everybody's talking things over, 7,029 is the announced attendance. How about the Grizz and their shot edge here in the second period? You know, Fort Wayne had a 17-8 edge in the first period, but here in the second, the Grizzlies have outshot the Komets 14-7. We never did get to see the official signal, and so we're not sure, if Cron got more than Bernard. Looked like Bernard got an initial penalty. He started to look up at the heavens, probably seeing the official's arm, and then Cron went after him. I'm not sure if, Cron got a little bit more because maybe he was more aggressive than Bernard, or whatever the case is going to be. Special teams really have played a big factor in this game. It looks like Caron gets 2 minutes for roughing. Bernard gets 2 for roughing. He also gets a cross-checking minor. That cross-check was when Stapley was entering the zone. So it looks like Bernard actually got an extra 2 minutes as he was roughing it up with Caron. So it looks like for about 9 seconds, and maybe they tell you not to do math on the air. For a short period of time, Grizzlies going to have a 5-on-3, and then it looks like Berglund will come out of the box, and we'll have a 5-on-4. That will be in 9 seconds, I believe. Well, they don't have on the score bug, they don't have the time of the power plays and how much time's left and things like that, so we just have to kind of guess. I think we got 9 seconds of a 5-on-3. Grizz down 3-1. They throw it to the left side. Shot saved by Brochu. Shot was taken by a righty. I think that was Brett Stapley, maybe, as Brochu holds on. Still 3-1 Komets as the Grizzlies get their 15th shot of the second period, as now the shots are just about even. Utah did come out with quite a bit of spirit to start the second period. Fort Wayne scored 2 power play goals in the first. Brandon Cutler got the opt-in first goal of the game 36 seconds into the second with Campagna. Marcinkevics gained the assist, and then Fort Wayne made it 3-1. Off the draw, Burke with a shot that goes wide as he fired away from the slot. Fort Wayne clears it out. We believe that Berglund's now out of the box, and we're skating 5-on-4 as Utah will skate from left to right as Stapley crosses center ice. Now he veers off to the right. Stapley gains the line, drops off, but Fort Wayne took it away and they clear it out. Yoon will hustle after it as he gets it from Januzzi. Both guys in their first season as professionals. Yoon skates down the middle wearing number 4 as Yoon keeps his head up and drops it off for Stapley, who gets to center ice. Stapley left wing pass, Grizzlies enter. They try to get it back to Stapley, who chases after it in the far corner. Stapley centers the Penner. Righty shot is blocked. Puck goes back to the left side. Righty shot is blocked away again, and Fort Wayne clears it out. As Penner took the first shot, and then Newton took the second. It was both blocked by Fort Wayne. As Komets doing a good job with blocked shots and intercepting centering passes and things of that nature. Mayhew crosses center ice, fakes a pass behind him. Now he chips it in to the right corner as the puck bounced off the boards on 2 hops of the ice. Fort Wayne slices it around the far wing boards. It goes out to neutral ice. Grizzlies near their bench area, which is on the near side. Fort Wayne's bench is on the far side. Kind of odd to see the benches on separate sides. Grizzlies enter as Cutler skates around his net, and he'll throw it around the net as Cutler was skating towards the left corner. Messner centers it out in front. Grizzlies couldn't get a shot off as the Komets get, and they clear it out. Komets holding up Utah's. Looked like Cutler couldn't accept the centering pass out in front. Late in the 5-on-4 power play, 4:40 left in the second. Grizzlies dance around in their own zone towards the near side. Now they move it ahead to Messner as he drops it off. Grizzlies get to neutral ice. Right wing pass to Campagna as he enters the zone. Skates towards the right circle. Lefty shot. Saved by Brochu. And it looks like the puck deflects out of play. 3-1 Komets, 4:26 left in the second period. Messner in the area. We believe a timeout might be called. Bernard might still be in the box, though, as his penalty was 13:39 into the second. He picked up 4 minutes worth of penalties, and Cron just picked up 2. Draw still a 5-on-4 power play for Utah. It's late in the power play, though. Penner will take it. He's got Aragon to his left and Raby to his right. As Grizzlies prepare for life after the power play, Fort Wayne gets it. They slide it around and towards Januzzi as they clear it all the way out. Yoon chases after it. He gets it. He's out there with Semick as Januzzi got Tripped up by Fort Wayne, no call. Semick to center ice, bouncing puck towards the Grizzlies bench. Penner will fire it in as chasing after it's another Grizzly player. Penner centers it to Yoon, passes wide of the mark. Now Penner took it away again. He throws to the far goal line. They try to find Raby cutting in front. He gets back checked and couldn't accept the pass. Fort Wayne crosses center ice. Grizzlies get it back. They throw it to Raby on the right side. Raby gets held up along the near boards as the Komets move it ahead. Play getting physical here. As Stapley right side enters the zone. He gets around a Komet. Now right circle, centering pass out in front, bouncing puck, and the Komets poke it away. Net gets dislodged as we get a whistle. 3:41 left in the second. Boy, there's 2 or 3 really good instances where Grizzlies had a centering pass out in front, and Fort Wayne just poked it away. Looked like Brochu got run into. Oh, the door's open to the Grizzlies penalty box. Let's see if anybody goes in. It looks like there's a timeout. Brochu looked like he was limping a little bit. Stapley was looking for a cutter out in front. Fort Wayne 3, Utah 1, 3:41 left in the second period. We're back in 30 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
3:41 left in the second. Fort Wayne leads 3-1. Back after this. Komets lead the Grizzlies 3-1. 3:41 left in the second period. Morgan Adams Moison has 1 goal and 1 assist for the Komets. That's the same stat line for Sean Sidlowski, 1 goal and 1 assist. Brett Brochu has stopped 22 of 23. Dante Januzzi has saved 22 of 25. Special teams have certainly played a big factor in this game. Fort Wayne's 2 for 3 on the power play. Grizzlies 1 for 4. Draws at neutral ice. Stapley will take the draws out there with Gallant and Burke. There's a draw won by Utah. As they move it ahead, pass goes past Burke to the blue line. Fort Wayne picks it off. They cross center ice and wrap it around the boards. Januzzi stays in net as Wickers feeds to the far side. Burke over to Stapley. Stapley backhands it to center ice. Bouncing puck hits off a Gallant. Fort Wayne kicks it into their own end. As Komets skate from right to left here in the second period. Grizzlies from left to right. Fort Wayne slides it ahead left wing. They get to neutral ice. Blue line to blue line pass. Bounces off the stick of a Komet and goes back to Utah. As Wickers out there with Kyle Mayhew. As Wickers, 3 minutes left in the second. Right wing diagonal pass to Stapley. Stapley tried to throw it in. Fort Wayne picks it off. They get across center ice. Now they skeet down the middle. Fort Wayne over the line. As they throw it to the right point, Komets drifted along the boards. Near corner, bouncing puck. Grizzlies. Cole Gallant feeds it back to center ice. Fort Wayne chases it back down in their own end. Komets, long-range pass, skips off the ice, rolls behind Utah's net. Januzzi collides with a teammate. Januzzi goes down. It's going to be a penalty on Fort Wayne as Grizzlies backhanded out. Januzzi back to his feet as Fort Wayne will play it. It looked like Mayhew and a big guy for Fort Wayne was skating as Januzzi was playing it behind his net. Fort Wayne threw Mayhew into Januzzi. Januzzi went down, and it looks like it's Morgan Adams Moison who goes to the box for 2 minutes. As Moison looking towards the Komet zone, probably at a Grizzly who's saying some words. As Moison threw Mayhew, let's see, Semick was in the area. Let's see, it was Semick. And Moison, Semick was skating, Januzzi was behind the net, and Moison pushed Semick into Januzzi. Januzzi was throwing it towards the far side. Januzzi went down, and Semick went down as well. As Moison tried to make it look like it was an accident, 3 guys just in the same area. As Moison immediately put both hands in the air, like those 2 just collided on their own. As they show the replay again, and it's going to be a penalty on Moison. He's in the box. Grizzlies have another power play. 2:32 left in the second. Cutler will take the draw. Marcinkiewicz on the right wing. Utah wins it. Campagna over to Mayhew. High slot. Lefty shot. And a blocker saved by Brochu. As Semick, they show it again, but play's going on right now. As now there's 2:19. Fort Wayne must have cleared it out as the Grizzlies have it in their own end. As the Grizz cross center ice left wing, Cutler gains the line and rolls it along the boards, cut off by Brochu behind his net, drops it off as the Komets clear it out. Grizz skate from left to right with about 2 minutes left in the second. Januzzi in front of his net will saucer it ahead. Far side, Grizzlies now cross center ice. Down the middle, skating is Campagna. He loses the puck as he was gaining the blue line. As they throw it to the left point, Grizzlies keep it in. Marcinkiewicz couldn't handle along the far goal line. Fort Wayne will chip it out. As it goes past Marcinkiewicz, Grizzlies will switch up skaters. Brett Stapley will join the ice, as is Brian Yoon. As Januzzi gets over to Yoon. 1:35 and counting left in the second. Grizzlies looking for some momentum heading into the locker room. As Yoon drops off for Stapley. Stapley, near side, gets to neutral ice. Now he crosses the red. Stapley gains the line and veers off to the left point. Stapley drops it off. Now it goes back to Stapley from Burke. Stapley, left side skates towards his right. Now back to, I think that's Stapley. As now that's Yoon. Yoon, high slot, righty shot, blocked away. Brochu, a battle behind the net as Grizzlies were looking for a rebound off the boards. As now Gallant, left side, over to Yoon. Yoon slides to his right for Stapley. Stapley drops off for Yoon. Fort Wayne took it away as they anticipated the play. Komets cross center ice. They get to the blue line. Wedman gets it poked away by Gallant and Yoon. Grizzlies slide it ahead. Fort Wayne gets dragged down. Oh, it's going to be a penalty on Utah. As Cody Caron gets a penalty as Fort Wayne was skating towards their zone, and they got spun around by Cody Caron's stick. 45 seconds left in the second. That will do it for the Grizzlies power play, and Caron knew it immediately. As he shakes his head, he can't believe it, but he's going to glide slowly towards the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell as Caron's going to serve 2 minutes. As that will do it for the Grizzlies power play. We'll skate 4-on-4 for a short period of time. And then after that, Fort Wayne will have a power play. As they show the replay, or try to show the replay, as Caron, it almost looked like Corcoran put himself right in the position of Caron's stick. And then it really looked like Fort Wayne knew what they were doing there with that call, using Caron's stick to their advantage. As back to live action in the Grizzlies zone as Wickers gets held up. Now the puck to the left point. Fort Wayne feeds it across the right side off a Corcoran stick. Corcoran towards the far corner. Mayhew in the area. He pushes Fort Wayne. 20 seconds left in the second as Grizz get the puck. As Brandon Cutler will carry it across center ice. Cutler crosses center 2-on-2. He chips into the right corner. Raby chases after it. As Fort Wayne gets it, they throw it behind Raby as Corcoran will move it ahead. Right wing at center ice. Grizzlies poke it back ahead. Right side, 2 seconds left in the period. Raby centers it out in front. Cutler shot. Did it beat the buzzer? No, they say it didn't. Raby centered it to Cutler. It crossed the goal line, but the referee said that time had run out. Boy, the Grizzlies, it looked like it was close. If it's a reviewable play, they got to take a second look at it. Grizzlies had centered it out in front to Cutler, but time ran out in the second period. So the goal doesn't count. I think somebody for the Grizzlies is going to go over to see if it gets reviewed. Utah was skating off the ice. Now they're going to come back towards their bench because obviously if the goal counts, they're going to put some time on the clock. So the door's open there. They want to get the intermission entertainment over, but we got to figure out if that goal scored. Raby centered it out in front. I think it was Cutler cutting, and the puck ended up going past Brochu into the back of the net. The referee waved it off, saying that time had run out in the period. It looked like it was close. We didn't necessarily get the best view of it, as our camera operator isn't exactly going to win an Emmy this year. Let's see. They might give us a look. They might not. I guess if it goes in the Grizzlies' favor, they probably wouldn't let us look at it. It looked like it was close, whether the goal counted or not. The official had a lot to look at there. They had to look at that centering pass. They had to look at the goal line, where the puck was, and they also had to look at the clock. So there was a lot there for the referee to look at. He waved it off, saying that time ran out. There was also a horn probably that he could hear. And so there was a lot of things there. He probably had to rely on the horn a little bit more than anything else. It looked like the referee was going towards the scores table to possibly take a look at it on video replay. They are not showing us a replay right now. They put 18 minutes on the second intermission clock. And once they start counting that down, we'll probably have our answer as to whether the goal counted or not. It looks like the goal doesn't count as they've started the intermission clock, and it's still 3-1 Komets. And obviously, if the goal would have counted, there would have been a little bit of time for a face-off at center ice. So it looks like the call stands. They never did show us a replay, and it was tough to really tell live because, as I mentioned, this camera operator isn't exactly winning an Emmy this year. But it looks like time must have run out on the Grizzlies. So just a tough break for Utah. They could have easily found a way to climb back into this one and make it a one-goal game, but it looks like time ran out before the puck ended up crossing the goal line. Komets lead 3-1, and it looks like it's the second intermission. The Komets mascot is out there on the ice. Looks like the Komets mascot is a bird, as everybody having a good time over in Fort Wayne. A crowd of over 7,000 is at Memorial Coliseum. We'll come back and recap the first two periods as Fort Wayne leads Utah 3-1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new Bean to Cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
At Smith's, shop Kroger brand products for all of your favorite things this holiday season. Because our proven quality products come at exceptionally low prices. And with a money-back quality guarantee, every dish is sure to be a favorite.
These are a few of my favorite things. La 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 la, la 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 la.
Whether you shop delivery, pickup, or in-store, Kroger brand has all your favorite things. Smith's, fresh for...
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
So Fort Wayne leads Utah 3-1, second intermission. The Grizzlies looked like they just about got a buzzer beater, but time ran out before the Grizzlies slid the puck past the goal line. Fort Wayne had a 2-0 lead after one period as they scored two power play goals. Matt Wedman got the Komets on the board, 14:51 in, with Sean Sadlowski and Alexei Dahu getting the assists. And then Sadlowski scored from the right circle for his third of the year on the power play, 18:43 in, with Adams Moison and Terlinden getting the assists. And that made it a 2-0 game. Two Fort Wayne power play goals. Early in the second period, Grizzlies had a power play after Nolan Volkan got a slashing minor, 19:05 in. Brandon Cutler redirected a J.C. Campagna shot. That's right, Campagna signed by the Grizzlies today. Campagna fired away from the left side. Cutler redirected it into the back of the net. It was very similar in terms of the height of where the puck was to Tyler Penner's goal last night. Probably about jersey level high, about jersey logo. So somewhere between the stomach and the chest, I guess. Cutler was able to put it away. He got a seventh of the year. Campagna with his first point in a Grizzlies uniform, and Patrick Smarcinkiewicz with his second assist. So it's interesting. The first three goals of the night were on the power play, 2 for Fort Wayne and 1 for Utah. Grizzlies are 1 for 5 on the power play. Fort Wayne is 2 for 3. Fort Wayne scored 9:28 into the second. It was a 5-on-5 goal. Morgan Adams Moison with it, as the shot was taken, I think, by Jack Gorniak. He was in the slot, and it looked like Moisan put together an outstanding screen on Januzzi. It looked like Januzzi, based on the camera angle they showed, it looked like he didn't really see where the puck was, didn't see the shot. It bounced off of him, and then Moisan was able to get the rebound and put it away. Gorniak and Connor Corcoran picked up the assist. For Corcoran, it's his 8th assist of the season. That made it 3-1. We had some close calls. It's kind of the tough thing is trying to figure out the time of penalties without it being on the scorebook. They're late in the second period. Remember that cross check that Adams Moison got. It looked like he picked up that cross checking minor. That was a different one. Bernard had the cross check and then to Stapley, and then Cron went after him. Bernard got 4 minutes worth of penalties and Cron got 2. Well, Adams Moison, remember that play behind the net where Semick was skating after there? For whatever reason, I thought initially it was Mayhew, but Semick was skating over there. Januzzi was behind his net trying to throw the puck towards the far side. And then Moison just kind of, Semick was skating towards Januzzi. Moison just kind of nudged Semick into Januzzi. Both Grizzlies players went down. Moison trying to sell that he didn't make any contact there, but they called him for cross-checking. And then he got an unsportsmanlike conduct disputing decision minor. And so he got 4 minutes worth of penalties. Late in the Grizzlies power play, Cody Cron got 2 minutes for hooking, 19-15 in. So they were skating 4-on-4, I believe, to end the second period. And I couldn't quite see. My guess is that it was Brandon Cutler. I think he was out on the ice when Raby, with about 2 seconds left, skated towards the near circle, centered it to a cutter out in front, and the puck ended up crossing the goal line. But the referee, who had a lot to look at right there on that play, had to hear the horn, see where the puck was in relation to that. He waved off the goal. We never did get to see a replay to kind of see, just how close it was for a goal to be, was it a second? Was it half a second? Was it not even close? They went and looked at it, I believe, but they determined that time ran out before the Grizzlies scored their second of the night. So it's Fort Wayne 3, Utah 1. Januzzi is hanging in there. He has stopped 22 of 25. How about the Grizzlies in the shot edge in the second period? Fort Wayne had a 17-8 edge in the first period, but the Grizzlies outshot the Komets 16-8 in the second period. And it looked like the Grizzlies had some good scoring chances to go along with it. They are facing a pretty good goaltender in first-year pro Brett Brochu, who has saved 23 of 24. So shots are pretty close to even. The Grizzlies do have to face a 2-goal deficit into the third once again, although based on what we saw and heard in the second period, the Grizzlies do have a lot to be they really did play a good period. It looked like both teams had a goal. I thought Jacob Semick, he was outstanding in the second period. Looked like the Grizzlies had just a little bit more bounce to their step, and we'll see if they have enough gas to make a comeback here in the third. Fort Wayne leads 3-1 after 40 minutes of play. Don't forget, it's the second of a 3-game set. Both teams will meet tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. That's in the Mountain Time Zone, 5 o'clock locally in Fort Wayne. And then the Grizzlies road trip continues on Friday in Boise. They will take on the Steelheads. It'll be the third season meeting between the Grizzlies and Steelheads. Idaho swept Utah in a 2-game set in late October. But don't forget, next Saturday, the Grizzlies return home to take on the Steelheads. It'll be the final game before the Christmas break. Make sure to get your tickets to UtahGrizzlies.com. And don't forget, the last 3 days of the 2023 calendar year, the Tulsa Oilers will be in town for a 3-game series. That's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 7 o'clock starts on December 29th and 30th. On New Year's Eve, which I believe is a Sunday, it will be a 3:10 start. I'm just happy that the college football semifinal playoff games are on Monday, January 1st, and so I can actually watch them this year. It'll be interesting to see what that looks like. And for the Grizzlies, obviously, it's been a tough stretch on the road, but Utah has done a good job protecting home ice this season with a record of 8-5 at home. So Utah will take on Idaho on December 23rd, and then Tulsa for a 3-game series at the end of the 2023 calendar year. And you're going to want to make sure you join us for that Tulsa series, because the Grizzlies are only home for 3 games in the month of January. That's right. The Grizzlies are going to be on the road just about the entire month of January. Don't forget that the Grizzlies will take on Rapid City January 24th, 26th, and 27th of 2024. Now, I did look at the Grizzlies website, and it looks like Guns N' Hoses night will be on Saturday, January 27th, as they take on the Rapid City Rush. Make sure you get your tickets for that as there's 2 charity games. There might even be a 3rd charity game from what I hear for Guns N' Hoses night this season. Get your tickets. That's one of the most fun games of the year and certainly one of the most fun events, as it almost seems like it's an entire day worth of great hockey here at Maverick Center. 2, maybe 3 charity games on January 27th leading up to the Grizzlies game at 7 p.m. against the Rapid City Rush. Well, after 2 periods, Fort Wayne leads Utah 3-1. Boy, you talk about those breaks not going the Grizzlies' way. Utah is maybe a second away from, cutting into the lead there, but time ran out. And it's just kind of one of those things you just have to shake your head, because on the road, it just feels like those sort of things are happening against the Grizzlies. And Utah, unfortunately, on the road just hasn't seemed to quite, they haven't quite found a break yet. Maybe they did on the 2, if you did argue whether Cutler played it with a high stick or maybe Penner yesterday. But nevertheless, both goals counted. We'll see if the Grizzlies have her in the 3rd as Fort Wayne leads Utah 3-1. We'll come back and give you some scores from around the world of sports, including the ECHL and NHL. As we're through 2 periods over at Memorial Coliseum, Fort Wayne leads Utah 3-1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
We keep this love in a photograph. We make these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
Fort Wayne leads Utah 3-1. 3rd period will begin shortly. Some finals in the league. Norfolk defeats Trois-Rivières 4-1 as the Admirals, they're in first place in the North Division. Their record is now 14-7-1-1. Newfoundland defeats Maine 3-1. Other games in progress. 3 minutes left in the 3rd. Adirondack leads Worcester 4-1. Halfway through the 3rd period, Greenville leads Atlanta 3-2. Looks like Orlando, game that just went final. Orlando defeats Florida 5-1. Also a game that looks like it just went final. South Carolina defeats Jacksonville 3-2. Halfway through the 3rd period, Kalamazoo leads Indy 3-2. Also halfway through the 3rd, Toledo leads Iowa 5-2. 10 minutes left in the 3rd. Kansas City leads Allen 3-2. As Kansas City, they've gotten great help from their affiliate this year. Walker, Koski, and Hayhurst have the Kansas City goals. Bakich and Murray have Allen's tallies. Murray must be new to their club. Johnny Walker, the former Grizzly, is still out of the lineup battling an injury. We missed him last week when the Americans were in town for a 3-game set. 4 minutes left in the 3rd. Wheeling leads Cincinnati 3-0. Jordan Martell, 2 shots, no points for Wheeling tonight. And halfway through the 1st period, no score between Rapid City and Idaho. A lot of action in the NHL tonight. Let's see if we can find some scores. As 11 minutes are left in the 3rd, Boston leads the Rangers 1-0. Late 3rd period, Devils have a 5-2 edge over Columbus. Looks like the Devils are going to get their 16th win of the year. 6 minutes left in the 3rd, Montreal leads the Islanders 4-2. 5 minutes left in the 3rd, Flyers lead the Red Wings 1-0. Toronto has put together an outstanding offensive game. 12 minutes left in the 3rd. They lead Pittsburgh 6-0. 8 minutes left in the 3rd. Winnipeg leads Colorado 5-2. Late 2nd period, Nashville has a 2-1 lead over Washington. Halfway through the 2nd, Stars and Blues are tied at 2. Halfway through the 1st, no score between Buffalo and Arizona. In a shootout, a game that's gone final, Minnesota defeats Vancouver 2-1. At 8 o'clock, Tampa Bay is at Calgary. Florida is at Edmonton. And the LA Kings are at the Seattle Kraken. Speaking of Edmonton, the Fort Wayne Komets NHL affiliate is the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton's at the 500 mark this season with a record of 13-1. When we come back, we'll have third period action over at Memorial Coliseum as Fort Wayne leads 3-1. Brandon Cutler got his 7th goal of the season, 36 seconds in as he redirected a J.C. Campagna shot. Marcin Kevics also with an assist. That's right. Campagna was signed by the Grizzlies earlier today. He spent 7 games with Tulsa last year. It's his 10th different ECHL team. He had the most success in this league as a member of the Fort Wayne Komets, where he scored 35 goals and 14 assists in the 2018-2019 season. We'll come back and have third period action as Grizzlies looking for a comeback. They trail 3-1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
At Smith's, shop Kroger brand products for all of your favorite things this holiday season. Because our proven quality products come at exceptionally low prices. And with a money-back quality guarantee, every dish is sure to be a favorite.
These are a few of my favorite things. La 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 la, la 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 la.
Whether you shop delivery, pickup, or in-store, Kroger brand has all your favorite things. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Fort Wayne leads 3-1 heading into the third period. Grizzlies did outshoot the Komets 16-8 in the second period. Third period action begins in 30 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
We'll see what kind of effort the Grizzlies put together here in the third period. Fort Wayne being a smart defensive team, being a big team, it's possible the Grizzlies are going to have to fight to get their scoring chances. Fort Wayne does allow 35 shots per game. We'll see what happens here early in the third. We're going to have to count some numbers to see how many bodies are on the ice. Cron got the holding minor, but I think Moisan's still in the box, serving 2 minor penalties, a cross-check and an unsportsmanlike conduct. So I think we're skating 4-on-4, and we are to start the period. As Fort Wayne skates from left to right, they win the face-off. Grizz from right to left as Fort Wayne skates around their net 10 seconds into the period. Right wing passes. The Komets cross center ice. Dugan loses the puck as he was trying to get it back to the guy who threw him the pass. Stapley drops off for Mayhew, skates down the middle. Mayhew gains the line, stops on the right point. Now he advances to the corner. Mayhew throws behind the net for Gallant. Gallant gets it tapped away, goes to Stapley. Stapley near side, will drop it off as Gallant gets pushed along the boards. Now the puck goes back to Stapley, who centers it to the right circle. Lefty shot, saved by Brochu, as that shot, I believe, was taken by Semick, and make that Quinn Wickers. Now, Fort Wayne skates in, high slot righty shot as it goes wide off the glass as Grizzlies enter the zone. They drop it off to the right side. Utah skates towards their left, high slot, lefty shot, and a score! Grizzlies cut into the lead as Cutler Gallant celebrates, and it's Brandon Cutler getting his second of the game. As Cutler just fired away from the high slot, and it got past Brochu as Brandon Cutler is having a big night here. He scores his second of the game as it's now a 3-2 contest. Cutler just glided towards the high slot, fired a lefty shot. Gallant was in the area. Gallant might have gotten a piece of it, but Cutler was the one skating to the bench first. It's 3-2 Komets, 1 minute into the third period. As Utah's got a little bit of momentum. Nathan Burke skates around his net after Utah wins the faceoff. Cutler skates down the middle. Left wing pass to Burke. Burke enters. Left point. He skates towards his right. Burke over to Cutler, who couldn't reach it. He gets it off the boards, far corner. as Cutler on hat trick watch. He might have both of Utah's goals if it wasn't redirected. Grizzlies toe drag. Burke will tap it off the end wall as Cutler trying to get a pass. Now goes over to the high slot. Yoon, high slot. Now we're skating 5-on-5. Righty shot saved by Brochu as he holds on. Cody Cron trying to get the rebound out in front, but Brochu caught it cleanly. 3-2 Fort Wayne, but the Grizzlies get a goal early in the third period. And let's see if they gave it to Cutler. Gallant gets an assist as the goal is scored 56 seconds into the third. So Cutler tonight gets his 7th and 8th goals of the season. And that's certainly big as Cutler has been playing good hockey, but hasn't quite found the stat sheet as of late. Cutler had 15 goals in 32 games for the Grizzlies last year. 3-2 Fort Wayne. They win the face-off. They move it ahead as they throw it deep in the Grizzlies zone. Looks like they get called for no icing as the puck just kind of bounced deep in the Grizzlies zone. Corey Thomas gathers it as he skates down the middle. Thomas slides to his right. Grizz cross center. They move it ahead. Utah dumps it in. Fort Wayne chases after it as Raby got hit with a high stick. Was it called? I don't believe so. Cron over in the near corner gets pushed as Cron skates towards the point. Cron kind of described as a power forward. He drops off in the corner for Penner. Now Penner near goal line, ships to the right side. He goes to the right circle. Sorry, pass shot, and it goes wide as they're looking for Cron out in front. Cron, far circle, skates towards the point, drops off in the high slot for Yoon. Backhand shot goes wide to make that stone with the backhand shot. Now Penner, far corner. Penner, the Grizzlies Iron Man, throws to Raby behind the net. Raby gets the poked away. It goes back to the far corner. Penner gallops over there. Penner gets blasted, but Fort Wayne goes down. Raby gets to the left point. Puck bounced off a stone as it goes to Cron. Cron, left side, skates towards his right. Fires towards the net. It gets redirected and goes wide. Puck bounces off the backboards as Penner gets pushed. Penner drops it off for Raby. He feeds it across, but Fort Wayne picks it off as they're looking for Mayhew in the point. As Fort Wayne gallops it ahead. Mayhew gets it back in the Grizzlies zone. As now Utah on their own end skating from right to left. It's 3-2 Fort Wayne, 3 minutes into the third period. Grizzlies skate in. Fort Wayne pokes it away. Goes towards the Grizzlies bench. Utah slices it back in. Komets in the far corner. Move it ahead as Berglund shovels it high into the air. Bounces at the Utah blue line. Grizz chip it past Mayhew. And looks like it's going to be icing on the Grizz. 16:35 left in the third. As chasing after it was Connor Corcoran for Fort Wayne. Draw's going to come back towards Dante Januzzi, who's done a good job keeping the Grizzlies in this one. Utah looking for their first road victory of the season. The effort has certainly been there tonight. Messner will take the draw. He's got 5 goals in his last 5 games coming into play tonight. As Grizzlies carried out of center ice after Messner won the faceoff. Right wing pass, Grizzlies enter. Cutler on hat trick watch, loses the puck as he was trying to reverse field after skating initially towards the corner. As puck bounces at center ice, Fort Wayne gets it. They throw a right wing pass. It doesn't connect. Grizz chase after it. Quinn Wickers and Mayhew. Mayhew gathers it. Everybody stops skating. So I think Fort Wayne got called for icing. 16:14 left in the third. On that Cutler goal, 56 seconds into the third, they added an assist to Quinn Wickers. So Wickers has an assist in each of his 2 games for the Grizzlies. Both of his assists have come in the third periods. As when Messner scored late in the third period last night, Quinn Wickers got an assist. Cole Gallant gets an assist as well. It's his 9th of the season. Stapley will take the draw against, looked like Jake Chisholm. Chisholm, number 82. It's a draw won by Utah as it kicks off a Mayhew. As the Komets, right wing cross center ice. Now they gain the line and dump it in. As Mayhew chases after it behind Utah's net, he'll slice it towards the near boards. Grizz will carry it out of the zone. Semix played a good game. He crosses center ice or make that Wickers. Wickers towards the right corner as Stapley in the area. Stapley, Gallant. Gallant gets pushed. Gallant keeps the puck. He skates around Fort Wayne's net. Now he's towards the near side. He chips up top for Wickers, who slides it to Yoon. Yoon with a right wing shot goes wide. Brochu might have gotten a piece of it. Fort Wayne lifts it high into the air. It skips at center ice and goes deep in the Grizzlies zone. Arm is raised enthusiastically by the linesman Chad Fuller, and icing is on Fort Wayne with 15:33 left in the third. Win or lose, I think Grizzlies fans have to like the effort. that they have put together here so far. Draws going to be in the Fort Wayne zone. Far side, it's won by Utah. Brian Yoon, 2 goals this season. Skeets towards his left. He chips a backhand shot to Semick. Semick, lefty shot, is blocked away. Might have hit Penner. Far side, Utah gets hit. Fort Wayne tries to clear it out. Grizz keep it in as they throw it off the Fort Wayne backboards. As Utah towards the near side, as Raby Skeets towards his left. Bobbles the puck, it exits the zone. Grizzlies reset. As Utah back at their blue line. Looks like we get a whistle, though. As Wedman in the area. Well, we're not sure what happened. As puck, play stopped with 15:10 left in the third after the Grizzlies had lost the puck out of their zone, or their offensive zone. Same teams tomorrow afternoon, 2:50 pregame show, 3:05 face-off. As draws it neutralized, I think the Grizzlies got called for offside. As Fort Wayne moves it ahead, right wing pass, they enter the zone. Sadlowski, right point, righty shot goes wide. As Utah kicks it back to center ice, Fort Wayne hustles after at their blue line. As the Komets lift it in the air, it bounces off one of their members. Now goes to the right side. Sadlowski moves it ahead. Shot, kick saved by Januzzi. Shot was taken from the right circle. As Fort Wayne throws it back to the right side. Grizz skate after it in the near corner. Raby gets it taken away. Fort Wayne centering pass goes wide. Grizz will carry it out to neutral ice. Utah with the left wing pass, and it rolls back towards Gallant. As Semick skates in and dumps it in from just outside the Fort Wayne blue line. As the Komets out to center ice, puck goes back to Stone, who slides it to his right. And it looks like it's going to be icing on Utah. 14:22 left in the third. So faceoff's going to come back towards Dante Januzzi, who's making his 9th appearance this year. He is 2-6 on the season, but really he's played a lot better than the record would indicate. Grizzlies' team save percentage coming into play tonight is .898. Fort Wayne's team save percentage is .903. Draws in the far circle of the Grizzlies zone. Fort Wayne skating from left to right in the third period. Grizz from right to left. Komets win the draw. Berglund throws to the corner. Now it goes back to the left point. They slide it across. Fort Wayne will backhand it towards the near corner. Berglund collides with Thomas. As Fort Wayne looking for insurance. Grizz looking for the tying goal. Fort Wayne feeds it back to the corner that was vacated. Stone will wrap it around towards the far side. Puck goes back to neutral ice. Fort Wayne will gallop and get it back at their blue line. As they chip it ahead, left wing, Komets re-enter. Fort Wayne, left circle, fires lefty shot. And saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes towards the end wall. Fort Wayne gets it back to the left side. Fort Wayne skates down the middle. Lefty shot is blocked. Cron does a good job taking time and space away. Januzzi covers up as the puck bounced off the boards. Now we got a lot of pushing and shoving as Corey Thomas is battling with Berglund as Januzzi was covering up. And it looked like Fort Wayne was looking for a drive-by, trying to get at Januzzi a little bit. Cron, Thomas, and company are protecting their goaltender. 3-2 Fort Wayne, 13:41 left in the third. Brandon Cutler has both of Utah's goals. In fact, he scored both goals in the first minute of both the second and third periods. Cole Gallant and Quinn Wickers with the third period assists. Timeout on the ice. We return in 1 minute. Fort Wayne leads 3-2 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
13:41 left in the third period. Looks like a member of both teams are in the penalty box. It looks like Thomas for Utah and somebody in for Fort Wayne. As after Januzzi covered up, Stone was doing what he could to protect his goaltender. Berglund was in the area. Berglund got pushed initially by Stone, and then Cron and Thomas each came in and hit Berglund. Berglund gets 2 minutes for slashing Januzzi, I believe, and then Thomas got 2 minutes for roughing. So it looks like we're skating 4-on-4. Grizz have it deep in their own zone, 6.5 minutes into the third. Fort Wayne leads 3-2. Left wing pass to Cutler on hat trick watch. Drops off for Mayhew across the center ice. Now Mayhew does a half circle around the Fort Wayne logo at center ice. Now Mayhew enters on the right side. Mayhew over to Wickers. Wickers 1 assist tonight. He's got 2 assists in 2 games with Utah, both in the third period. Throws to the far corner for Cutler. Skates around Fort Wayne's net. Cutler now to the near side. Tried to center it. It bounced off a Fort Wayne skate. Komets hustle after it. Get it at their blue line. Now they skate around Cutler. Cutler pokes it back to the far corner as Cutler battling with the Komet. Gallant over there as well. Gallant took the puck away. Great hustle by Brandon Cutler. He's been great tonight. Gallant gains the line right side as he glides slowly towards the far corner. Now he chips it around as Mayhew chasing after it. Xavier Bernard in the area. He throws it back to Connor Corcoran. Corcoran moves it ahead. Komets cross center ice. Now they chip it to their left. Pass over the head of Fort Wayne as Grizzlies 2-on-2 gained the line. They throw it over to Semick. Semick tried to drive it along the boards. Fort Wayne cuts him off. Burke gets sent in the back as the Komet goes down. And now we get a whistle. As it looks like Fort Wayne was laying on the puck was number 67, Matt Wedman, as play stops with 12:21 left in the third. Shots have been pretty close to even. It looks like they're playing some sort of game to where I guess the fans in attendance are making they're motionless. It's almost like that's part of the game they're playing. They see themselves in the video board and they do nothing. It's wild to see. There must be something there that's a staple among their fans. As Fort Wayne wins the draw, about 8 minutes into the third period, Fort Wayne leads 3-2. Komets deep in their own end, skating from left to right. Now, white jersey, white helmets, everything white except for a little bit of orange mixed in. Komets cross center ice. Now they gain the line, left circle. Lefty shot goes wide. Grizzlies got a stick in the way as the shot was taken by Jack Gorniak, number 20. Gorniak has 1 assist tonight and is a +1. I think that might have been Semick who got a stick in the way. Semick's been outstanding here tonight. Maybe the best he's looked in a Grizzlies uniform. 12:04 left in the third. Shots been pretty close to even. 28 for Fort Wayne and 27 for Utah. Both teams have 3 shots in the third period. Draw won by the Grizz. Semick still on the ice behind Januzzi's net. He throws it towards the near side for Burke. Back to Semick, who chips it across to Yoon. Yoon skates up ice. Now he veers off to the left. Now he crosses center. He'll throw a left wing pass off the boards. Burke gets the skipping puck. Now he throws it back to Semick. Over to Burke. It glances off of his skate. Grizz cross center ice. Burke enters the zone. Drops off of the point for Yoon. Left side. Across to Stapley. Stapley in the right side as he gets it back to Yoon. Yoon gets hit and lets it go towards the end wall. Grizzlies get held up. No call. Near corner. Burke battles. Burke leads the Grizzlies with 18 points this season. He throws it back to the far side. Messner chasing after it, but Fort Wayne gets there first. Raby backhands it off a Komet. Messner skates to the far corner. Messner skates along the goal line, and it gets poked away by Brochu as Grizzlies get it back at their blue line. As Utah resets, left wing pass to Messner. Messner to Campagna. Campagna gets pushed in the back. Battle along the near boards. Fort Wayne comes up with it. As the Komets cross center ice, and Jack Dugan pitches it in. Puck bounces off the end wall as Januzzi throws to the near side, and the puck glides towards the middle. Fort Wayne in the attack zone. Left side, lefty shot. Saved by Januzzi. Rebound out in front as the Komets now behind Utah's net with the puck. They feed it out in front. It goes to the left side. Lefty shot. And a save by Januzzi. What a stop by Dante with a lot of traffic in front and around him as somehow Dante was able to make the stop with 10:43 left in the third. Boy, what a wild sequence there with Fort Wayne trying to get the insurance goal. Januzzi was able to make a nice stop. As Draw's going to be in the far circle. And this is really a critical sequence in the game for Utah. As Fort Wayne looking for some insurance, Utah's got to make sure that at best it stays a 1-goal deficit here with Utah trying to attack for that tying goal. As the Grizz win the draw, as Stone moves it ahead, it bounced off of Thomas. A Fort Wayne player goes down. Stone will shovel it from one corner to the other. It goes to the right point. Fort Wayne fumbles but keeps it in. Now they throw it around the net to the far side. Komets throw it behind their back to the near corner. As Fort Wayne hustles after it, Moisan pitches it back to the left point. Komets couldn't keep it in. As they will back it out into their own end, they feed a near wing pass to Martin Hash. He moves it ahead as it glanced off a Comet skate, goes deep in the Grizzlies zone. Januzzi slices it towards the far side as puck pinned off the boards, and it goes to Utah. Grizz will carry it into the offensive zone as they tap it around. Aragon gets cut off. Marcinkiewicz gets blasted as he was firing a centering pass. As it goes back to neutralize, Grizzlies chase after it. As Yoon at the Utah goal line, far side gets it. He skates down the middle. Now he slows down as he gets to the Utah blue line. Left wing pass to Burke, who crosses center. Burke gets to the line and chips it in. As everybody stops skating, Utah must have been offside with 9:46 left in the third. Time out of the ice. Komets lead the Grizzlies 3-2 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
We keep this love in a photograph. We make these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your head.
It's Fort Wayne 3, Utah 2, 9:46 left in the third. Grizzlies were called for offside before the break as Brett Stapley will take the draw near the Grizzlies bench. It's kind of an odd setting they got there in Fort Wayne, where the Grizzlies bench is on the near side and they look across to the Fort Wayne bench, which is on the far side as we see it on Flow Sports. Stapley will take the draw. He's got Burke to his left, and watch out for Nathan Burke. He's got 18 points to lead the Grizzlies this season. He has an assist in 5 of his last 6. As a draw won by Utah as they pitch it to the near corner. Stapley chases after it. Fort Wayne backhands it across. Now they clear it out as it's at center ice. Burke throws it back to Semick, who's in the Grizzly zone. Semick glides to the near side, moves it ahead. Stapley, did he get a piece of it? Well, enough for it to negate the icing. Behind the net as Fort Wayne pitches in front of their own net. Now they throw it off the end wall. As the Komets trying to secure the puck to spread the ice. Fort Wayne gets it as they carry it to their blue line. Left wing pass. Komets cross center. Now they gain the line. Fired onto Januzzi, and he gets it on one hop of the ice and grabs it and holds on as Jake Chissen was cutting towards the net, trying to hope that Januzzi bobbled it or something, just like the way I bobbled Januzzi's name there. As looks like Fort Wayne's going to have an offensive zone draw. 9:10 left in the third period. As that guy looked like he was straight out of 1977. That was a beautiful throwback look with a plaid, with a, what was that, a jeans jacket and a mustache. That guy looked like 1977 right there, if you're watching on Flow Sports. Cutler will take the draw. He has both of Utah's goals tonight. Carl Berglund takes it for Fort Wayne. He wins it. Comet shot, and it goes wide. As Fort Wayne, right point, righty shot goes wide as it ricochets towards the far wall. Berglund gets held up as Wickers holds up a Comet. Now Messner in the corner. Mayhew over there as well. As Mayhew throws to the point. Wickers one hands it out to center ice. Fort Wayne gets it back. 8:45 and counting left in the third. Komets lead 3-2. As Fort Wayne moves it to the right side. Puck pinballs a little bit. Grizzlies have it. As Campagna gains the line, I try to center it over towards Cutler. It bounced off of Cutler onto Brochu as Brochu holds on. He is 6 feet, 176 pounds. We get a whistle with 8:34 left in the third. Brochu spells his last name Brochu. Draws in the near circle. Raby's out there with Penner and Karan. Up top is Corey Thomas and I believe Jordan Stone. That's who's been paired up with the Thomas tonight. Draw won by Fort Wayne. They're deep in their own end. 3-2 Komets, 8.5 minutes left in the third. Fort Wayne moves ahead. Thomas, left point, keeps it in. He bounces off a Comet as Raby centers it towards Karan as Fort Wayne loses their stick. Komets cross center ice. They gain the line to get around Stone. Left wing, lefty shot. Glove save by Januzzi. He holds on as we get a whistle with 8:13 left in the third as Jack Gorniak skated along the left side, got around Stone, but fired away, and Januzzi made a glove save with 8:13 left in the third. Shots have been pretty close to even. Utah with 4 shots in the third period. Fort Wayne with 5. Komets win the draw. High slot. They throw it to the left, and it goes out of the zone as the hot pass was too hot to handle. As Fort Wayne around the Utah blue line wraps it around the wall. Januzzi lets it go towards the far corner. As Komets battle, Penner kicks it back to the corner that's vacated. Thomas slides it across to Stone, who backhands it. Fort Wayne picks it off. Komets move it out to the right point, bouncing puck. Hash gets it as he fires it around the wall. Thomas delivers all. That's a dangerous hit. That's going to be a penalty on Thomas. As Sedlowski goes over, well, hopefully the Komet is okay as Thomas got him at a tough angle behind Utah's net. Thomas looking apologetic. Luckily, it's Linden on 2 knees as Thomas kind of hit him awkwardly along the boards. Linden back to his feet as he's checking his face to see if there's blood. It's going to be a penalty on Corey Thomas. 7:42 left in the third. And, Sean Sedlowski, you talk about the experience. He saw that Thomas delivered a hit. Now, some players would aggressively go after Thomas, and they'd risk getting a penalty themselves. Sedlowski went over there. He checked over the area. That's a pretty tough hit as Linden got off balance and just crashed into the boards. Sedlowski went over there, but he didn't do anything to, risk getting a penalty himself. As Thomas, once I think he's probably as glad that Linden got up as Linden is and everybody else in a Fort Wayne uniform. Grizzlies win the draw. Gallant clears it out to center as Fort Wayne on the power play here. 7:33 left in the third. Komets lead 3-2. Fort Wayne enters. Utah holds them up at the point. Far side. Messner trying to hack it out of the zone. Puck glides towards the blue line. It goes to center. Mick Messner doing a great job there on those battles along the boards. Fort Wayne right wing pass as they're at center ice. Now they gain the line. Komets near side. They're over at the near corner. Now they feed it up top as Dugan skates slowly towards the near corner. Now he chips it to the near goal line. Fort Wayne feeds it up top, and it exits the zone. As chasing after it is Connor Corcoran, big 6'2", 192-pound defenseman. As the Komets will reset the attack. They're on the power play in a white jersey. They move it to Dugan, who feeds a left wing pass. It goes wide. Grizzlies slowly tap it towards the Fort Wayne blue line. Komets skate from left to right here in the period as Dugan regains the line, skates down the middle, drops off to the right side. Fort Wayne, Berglund will skate towards the point. Now drop it back to the corner. It goes to Dugan, who switches places with Berglund. Now Dugan skates towards the right side, feeds it down the middle. Righty shot is blocked away. It was blocked by, I believe, Brandon Cutler, who's been outstanding tonight playing a two-way game. He's got both of Utah's goals. Fort Wayne resets their attack as it looks like they make a line change. 6:18 and counting left in the third. As Komets now skate around their goaltender, and now they get to neutral ice. Left wing pass, they cross center. Komets wrap it around the boards. Januzzi has to go off him. Fort Wayne feeds it out in front, bouncing puck towards the left side as the Komets get it up top. As Fort Wayne, Chizen gets it up top now to the left circle. Now back up top. Fort Wayne fakes a shot. Now they fire towards the net, saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes to the far corner. Now far circle. Righty shot hits the side of the net. As I think that was taken by Linden. As Fort Wayne, left wing, shot, saved by Januzzi. Now they get to the right side, righty shot, saved by Januzzi. Rebound out in front, shot goes wide. As Januzzi standing on his head in the third period. Grizzlies get it. As Utah will carry it out of the zone late in the penalty kill. Mayhew moves it ahead, looking for Karan, bouncing puck. Karan chases after it far side, but goes to Fort Wayne. They're on their own zone, skating from left to right. Komets cross center ice, and they lift it in. As Yoon chases after it, and Fort Wayne gets called for icing as they lifted it in from their own territory. 5:19 left in the third, and I think we're skating 5-on-5. There are 5 Grizzlies on the ice. Good penalty kill by the Grizzlies. And boy, Dante Januzzi's made a few big saves here in the third to keep Utah in it. The big question, can the Grizzlies find a way to get this tying goal and get off the schneid on the road? Hey, if Grizzlies score here late in the third period and don't allow one, we haven't seen an overtime game yet this year. Who knows? Maybe this is the night. Stapler will take the drives out there with Marcinkiewicz as Fort Wayne wins it. As they lift it high into there, it goes to center ice. Grizzlies feed it across to Semick, who crosses center. Semick gains the line, and he rolls it along the boards, cutting off as Xavier Bernard behind his net. They'll chip it off the far wing wall. It goes past Cole Gallant, glides towards Januzzi, who outlets it to the far side. Pass doesn't connect as Fort Wayne will lift it in. Semick chases after it near corner. Fort Wayne gets there first. Semick delivers a hit as Yoon moves it ahead. Cut off by Fort Wayne. Left point. They'll throw it in deep. Yoon with a hit. Stapley joins the play. 2-on-2 battle in the corner. The puck goes to Stapley off the scrum. Now it goes to Marcinkiewicz. Right wing pass to center ice. Grizzlies fire it in. As Fort Wayne rolls it along the boards. Gallant lets it go. It bounces off the Comet. Marcinkiewicz throws it behind his back. Fort Wayne gets it back. 3-on-3. Comets gained the line. High slot. And a lefty shot is blocked by Marcinkiewicz, but it goes deeper in the Grizzlies zone. Utah, 4:20 and counting left in the third. Marcinkiewicz crosses center ice. He's got speed. Gets to the left point. Lefty shot. Kick saved by Brochu as Fort Wayne will lift it over the head of Wickers. Goes back to Utah. It's Grizz. Pitch it past Wickers. And Fort Wayne gets it back to their blue line as a pass didn't connect. Looking for Gallant. Comets dump it in. Januzzi behind his net. Less than 4 minutes left. As the Grizzlies pitch it off the near wing boards. It goes back towards Brochu as he raises his left arm and the linesman raises his right. And icing is on Utah with 3:52 left in the third. High drama over at Memorial Coliseum. Smoke him if you got him. Don't forget it's the same two teams tomorrow afternoon. 2:50 pregame show. Face off around 3:05. Grizz return home to Maverick Center next Saturday as they'll take on the Idaho Steelheads. And the week after that, face Tulsa in the last 3 days of the calendar year. Right corner, Komets fire a shot that goes wide on a one-timer as puck goes all the way deep in the Komet zone. Fort Wayne's up by 1. Grizz look for the tying goal as Fort Wayne will carry it out to neutral ice. They'll throw a left wing pass as they dump it in. Januzzi cuts it off behind his net. He'll throw it towards the near corner. Dugan throws it back to Berglund. As Carl Berglund skates towards the point, throws it back to the corner that he vacated. Dugan behind his net being shadowed by Penner. Dugan gets up top. Nobody at the point, but Fort Wayne skates in to keep it in the zone. As the Komets near side play a game of keep away. 3:10 left. Time is on their side and running out. Left point, Fort Wayne throws to the corner. It's picked off by Utah. Grizz will skip one out to center ice near side. It goes back to Campagna. JC Campagna gets towards center ice. Now he gets back into his own zone. Backhand pass to Semick. Semick over to Campagna. He lets it go off the wall. As Fort Wayne at center ice backhands it towards the Utah blue line. It goes to Cron. Right wing pass. Grizzlies Tyler Penner chips it in. Raby chases after it. Bouncing puck. It goes behind Fort Wayne's net. It goes to Raby in the corner. Raby gets double teamed as he gets pushed. Fort Wayne, Corcoran loses it. Grizzlies try to find a cutting Cron along the goal line. He couldn't handle it. 2.5 minutes left in the third. Fort Wayne gets to center ice and they dump it in. Stone on the ice with Thomas as Januzzi kicks it to the near corner. Raby battles, but Fort Wayne gets the puck. Thomas with a push. Raby skates over there to try to scoop the puck away as now Raby gets pushed. 2-on-2 battle in the corner. 2:12 and counting left in the third. As they continue to hold each other up, Stone joins the play to make it 3-on-2 as Stone gets the puck out of the pile. As Moisan took it away from Stone. Puck goes back to the corner that's now vacated. Raby gets hit by Moisan. As Stone throws to the far side. Grizzlies will chip it back to Raby, who's at center ice near side. Raby crosses center and he lifts it in as the backhand pass goes deep off the backboard. Fort Wayne, 1:44 and counting left in the third. Burke cuts it off left point, trying to get to Stapley. It bounced off a Comet, and it goes towards center ice. As looks like we get a whistle. Puck might have exited and then re-entered the zone. 1:38 left in the third. Komets lead 3-2. At this point, Januzzi might come off for an extra attacker. As Berglund argues his case, Strah's going to be in the Fort Wayne zone. And, we'll try to count the Grizzlies players if we can. Stapley's on the ice, so is Burke, Gallant, Cutler, and 2 guys up top, Mayhew and maybe Wickers. So Januzzi is off the ice. 6-on-5. Utah's net is empty. 1:38 left in the third. Draw's going to be in the near circle. Carl Berglund will take the draw for the Komets as he crouches down in the white jersey. Cutler in the black jersey with white numbers, professional green trim. Cutler's got 2 goals tonight, both in the first minute of each of the last 2 periods. Mayhew over to Stapley as the Grizzlies won the faceoff. Yoon throws it to the far corner. Now back up top to Yoon. He slides to Mayhew. Mayhew over to the near corner for Stapley. Stapley surveys, fires a shot, and it's blocked away by Brochu as Grizzlies get in the right point. Yoon fires a shot, saved by Brochu. Rebound in the slot. A lot of bodies out in front. Burke loses his balance. Burke shot, saved by Brochu. Now right wing shot goes wide as Grizzlies left point keep it in. Mayhew, left side, skates towards the corner, drops it to Stapley. Stapley in the near corner as he surveys. Stapley looking for a shooting angle or a passing angle. He feeds it across. Mayhew, high slot, lefty shot goes wide. 50 seconds left. Stapley to Cutler. A glance off his stick towards the end boards. Now it goes to Stapley. Moves to Gallant towards the middle. Righty shot saved by Brochu. Cutler, far corner. Throws it towards the net. Brochu makes a save. Komets clear it out as Yoon chases after it in the Grizzlies zone. 33 seconds left. Yoon around the empty net as Utah looking for the tying goal. Fort Wayne leads 3-2. Left wing pass off Arabi. No icing. Brochu behind his net. Will feed it to the far side. Puck in the corner or near it as the Grizzlies lose it. Fort Wayne will clear it out to center. Yoon will tap it to center ice. Mayhew gets held up. 15 seconds left. Grizzlies throw a right wing pass. They re-enter. They cross the line and dump it in. Raby centers it. It bounced off of Karan. Now it goes back to Raby. Now Cutler. Cutler loses the puck. Fort Wayne will clear it out. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that will do it. Furious rally by the Grizzlies, but it comes up short as Fort Wayne gets a 3-2 victory as they have won each of the first 2 games of this set. Brandon Cutler had both the Utah's goals, but it just wasn't enough as everybody goes to congratulate Brett Brochu as he picks up his 4th win of the season. Shots were pretty close to even. Furious rally by the Grizzlies. They did a good job keeping the puck in the offensive zone for quite some time in the final minute 30. But Fort Wayne comes away with the victory, 3-2 the final, and just a heartbreaking defeat for Utah. And, just Grizzlies put together a pretty good effort in the final 2 periods, but just tough overcoming a 2-goal deficit after the first. So Fort Wayne celebrates at center ice on the same day as the funeral for their team president and co-owner Michael Franke. As Fort Wayne's record goes to 11-8-1-2, the Grizzlies fall to 8-14. Don't forget Sunday is going to be a 3:00 start in the series finale and the 3rd and final game of the season series between the 2 clubs. Post-game show starts in 15 seconds. Once again, the final score from Memorial Coliseum in Fort Wayne. It's the Komets 3 and the Grizzlies 2 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Fort Wayne defeats Utah 3-2. Well, shots were pretty close to even. In fact, they were even. Both teams had 8 shots in the 3rd period. Brandon Cutler scored both the Utah's goals, and they put together quite a rally to try to tie it up. It just wasn't meant to be. As a tough luck loss for Dante Januzzi, who really made some outstanding saves in the 3rd period to keep the Grizzlies in it. Dante stopped 30 of 33. Fort Wayne's goaltender, Brett Brochu, stopped 30 of 32 in the Fort Wayne win. That's just that same story of it's tough to consistently overcome 2-goal deficits, and that's what the Grizzlies had as Fort Wayne scored twice in the final 5.5 minutes of the first period. It was a power play goal scored by Matt Wedman that got the Komets on the board, 14:51 in. Sean Sidlowski and Alexei Dahu with the assists. Fort Wayne got their 2nd power play goal of the first period as Sean Sidlowski scored on a one-timer from the right circle. Actually, it wasn't really a one-timer. The puck lifted, he gloved it, dropped it, and then fired away. That was 18:43 into the first with Morgan Adams, Moison, and Turlinden getting the assists. So Fort Wayne out shooting Utah 17-8 in the first period. They led 2-0 after 1. Early in the 2nd period, Grizzlies had a power play, and Brandon Cutler redirected a J.C. Campagna shot 36 seconds in. Campagna and Marcinkiewicz picked up the assists. Fort Wayne made it 3-1, 9:28 into the 2nd period as Adams Moison got his 9th of the year with Gorniak and Corcoran getting the assists. Grizzlies scored a 4-on-4 goal 56 seconds into the 3rd period as Cutler got his 2nd of the game and 8th of the season. Cole Gallant and Quinn Wickers got the assists. So Wickers has a 3rd period assist in each of his 2 games with Utah. And for Cole Gallant, he now has 10 points, 4 goals, and 6 assists in his last 6 games. As Gallant's been outstanding for Utah as of late, and it was really great to see Brandon Cutler not only scored the 2 goals, but he played an outstanding defensive game as well, as he really stood out on the Flow Sports screen. Grizzlies put together a good rally there towards the end to try to tie it up, but just couldn't get that one look. Brochu looked like he had to make a couple saves there in the final minute, and he just held on for the victory. 3-2 the final, as Fort Wayne has won each of the first 2 games this set, as they won 5-2 last night and 3-2 here this evening. Fort Wayne ended up out shooting Utah 33-32. Certainly in the first half of the game, special teams played a factor. Utah was 1 for 6 on the power play. Fort Wayne was 2 for 4. A good crowd over at Memorial Coliseum, 7,029 was the attendance tonight. Cutler and Kyle Mayhew, as well as Quinn Wickers, 4 players. Mayhew, Wickers, Gallant, and Cutler reach a +1 for the Grizzlies tonight. And for Kyle Mayhew, he is now a team leading +7 on the season. For Fort Wayne, obviously with 2 of their 3 goals coming on the power play, they don't have much in terms of the plus-minus category. Jack Gorniak, Morgan Adams Moison, and Xavier Cormier reach a +1 for their efforts. Moison and Sidlowski each had 1 goal and 1 assist to lead the Komets attack. For the Grizzlies, Brandon Cutler was the only guy with a multiple-point game, as he had 2 goals. Once again, another tough loss for Dante Januzzi. His record goes to 2-7, but it really is not reflective of the kind of season and kind of start to his pro career he has had. The backup goaltender was Will Cranley tonight. He stopped 40 of 45 last night in his Grizzlies debut, and I wonder if it's going to be Cranley on 1 day's rest, obviously not playing tonight, if it's going to be him in net, or if it's going to be Januzzi in the second game of a back-to-back for him. With obviously the Grizzlies playing their 3rd game in less than 48 hours tomorrow afternoon. Remember, the Grizzlies did play on Wednesday in Cincinnati, but Fort Wayne had 4 days off between their game on December 10th against Iowa and obviously the 15th of December yesterday against the Grizzlies. So Utah goes to 8-14 on the year. They're 0-9 on the road, but I think over the last 2 periods, you have to really like and appreciate the Grizzlies' effort. They were one of those teams that, that it's just for Utah, it's putting together a full 60 minutes is really what it comes down to. And unfortunately, once again, having to overcome a deficit. And, a team like Fort Wayne, as big as they are defensively and really with as much experience as they have, they're pretty good at protecting leads. And, for whatever reason, it seems like in hockey, the team that scores first usually wins about 75% of the time. And the team that leads after 1 period and certainly after 2 periods, they've got an outstanding win-loss record. Right? That's been the difference between the Grizzlies at home versus how it's been on the road. But you never know. Tomorrow's going to be a different day. And if the Grizzlies really put together the kind of effort, if they can put the effort, 4th game in 5 days, the way they did the last 2 periods, they may come away with a victory in tomorrow's game. That will remain to be seen. Coverage will begin at 2:50 and face off about 3:05. I think they listed at 3 o'clock, but they usually start about 7 or 8 after the hour over in Fort Wayne. Some other scores from around the league before we get out of here tonight. Halfway through the second period, Rapid City leads Idaho 3-1. Other games that have gone final. Wheeling defeats Cincinnati 3-0. Kansas City holds on for a 3-2 victory over Allen as Kansas City gets their 18th win of the season. Allen falls to 8-15-1. Toledo defeats Iowa 7-3. Kalamazoo over Indy 3-2. It was also 3-2 as South Carolina defeated Jacksonville. Orlando is a 5-1 winner over Florida. Greenville gets a 4-3 victory over Atlanta. Adirondack defeats Worcester 4-1. Newfoundland over Maine 3-1. And Norfolk is a 4-1 winner over Trois-Rivières. I'm glad I had just enough voice to get through tonight's game, as this air quality thing is really terrible. You barely see the mountains here tonight. It is what it is. So I tried to make it through, and luckily I was able to pitch a complete game. We do apologize, though, if you're viewing on YouTube on the audio broadcast, as unfortunately the details of the Fort Wayne players and their white jerseys and It was just tough to spot and really tough to describe at times tonight. And we just tried to find a way to do the best we could. Hopefully we had a good time along the way, as we're looking forward to next Saturday, which will be the Grizzlies' next home game as they take on the Idaho Steelheads. But they got 2 more on the road tomorrow in Fort Wayne, and then Friday night over at Idaho Central Arena against the Steelheads. 3 stars of the game. Let's see. It looks like Brandon Cutler is the 3rd star of the game. Cutler had both the Utah's goals tonight, so he is the 3rd star. 2nd star, Sean Sidlowski, who had 1 goal and 1 assist. He also had 3 shots. The number 1 star is Morgan Adams-Moisan, who got what turned out to be the game winner, 9:28 into the 2nd period. He had 1 goal and 1 assist. He was a +1 and had 2 shots tonight. Morgan Adams-Moisan is the number 1 star of the evening. Time of game was 2 hours and 27 minutes. Attendance, 7,029. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast and not necessarily the final outcome. Once again, the final score, Fort Wayne 3, Utah 2. We'll be back at tomorrow afternoon. 2:50 pregame show, 3:05 face-off. Thank everybody for listening. We know there's a lot of sports and entertainment options out there. We appreciate you choosing the Grizzlies on this Saturday night. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is.